Hi, Ren. Hi, guys. If anyone wants a box, I just need one or two free for mods. But if anyone got anything to say, up you come. Let's do this. Thank you.
Looking cute.
Thank you. Hi,
I
guys.
gotta close
I
up
have
shop.
mods. I have mods. Some mods listen. Due to recent events, some mods have been removed and others added, and so on and so forth. And listen, the way things are going, the truth is coming out about people, and I am here for it. Let the truth come. Let the truth come. That's what I say.
Oi, oi.
Hi, Tata.
Hi. Right. So, how do I fucking work this shit? Give me a second. Right. Save that. How do I? Right. So, I'm just going to kick the fucking ball right off. I'm not even going to wait for anybody else to come in because I might not have the time to do this. I'm
Okay.
on. Your hair looks amazing, by the way. You look fucking
Oh,
so cute. I love it. Right. I am going to green screen some shit on this live. Is that okay?
absolutely.
Right,
Yep.
I am going to green screen the fucking shit out of this, guys. So you better, Hex, you want to shove me up on the big box? So is it
Okay, just give me a wee second.
absolutely because I'm on borrowed time here.
There you go.
What yous
Is
are
this
about to see, what yous are all about to see, is the stuff that I was saying 3 years ago about Josephine the Witch, witches with twitches, and Black Pegasus. And not one person believed me because they were so fucking sneaky with their working behind the background, right? They fucking terrorised me on this app because I had the absolute cheek to stand up for Rose Pine Needle, who I fucking couldn't stand at the time. Because that Raven over there, that Bayou fucking Bruja bitch, was fucking over there releasing fucking private conversations on Rose and threatening to release nudes on TikTok. Okay, that's the script. That's what happened,
remember?
right? And I said some really horrible things. Hold on, I called Rose a gypsy and traveller
Right.
scum on a fake account on her fucking TikTok. I done that. I fucking done that. I done all of that because I was caught in the corners of their bullshit. I couldn't get away from it. I done everything that I could to protect my business, to protect my page, which was at what, fucking 20k, to protect my followers, to protect my Facebook group, which I had to private and remove hundreds and hundreds of people off it. Why? Because they were in there. And what were they doing in my Facebook group? Well, they were taking the information that I had on my Facebook group, rewriting it and putting it onto their Facebook groups, or copying and pasting after saying that I was such a fake witch, and posting it onto their own fucking Facebook groups under traditional witchcraft, promoting a part of the craft that they aren't even actually a part of. Josephine stealing all my guides from the Scottish witchcraft because you're like, oh, I like that, and putting it all over your Facebook page. Oh yes, you did. Oh yes, you did. And here, just so as everybody can see, right? Fucking the Judas Believer account. The Black Pegasus started up on me to make me out to be a fake witch. Okay, she was trying to make me out as a fake witch, and she was trying to make me out as a co-creator, right, and everything else, the gypsy stuff, right? She held me hostage. I'll show you. Just don't fucking hold on. I'll fix it. I'll show you. She held me hostage. Quite literally, what one is it? Now watch the screenshot. Oh yes, can you see that? That right there is a fucking screenshot that I took from a conversation that me. Take a screenshot, guys. Take it. Take the screenshot so that you can read it in your own time. That there is a conversation between me and Josephine, right? Josephine was playing both sides of the field, and the wee screenshot that you can see there is Black Pegasus quite literally holding me to ransom using the Judas Believer account because I wanted it taken down. She wanted me to change my behaviour to fucking, I don't know, whatever. right? Take a screenshot, blow it up, screenshot it, blow it up. I'll send it to you privately. I'll put it on my own fucking my own TikTok page. I am okay with that. That's what they done to me. I'm not even kidding. It gets so much better. It gets so much better. Do you remember, some of yous won't because some of yous are new, do you remember 3 years ago, I was saying to yous that these witches, Josephine, Black Pegasus, and fucking, what's her face, Pictish Witch, and fucking the other one, Witches with Twitches, all coordinate hundreds of attacks daily on different creators on this app.
Yeah.
And I shouted at you, are like, oh no, not our favourite witches. They wouldn't do that. They're so sweet and they're very good for our community. Well, let me just show you this. Okay, let me just fucking show you this, since I'm so full of fucking shit. Right, get ready to screenshot because I'm just going to go through the whole fucking lot and I don't know what order it is in, so you'll need to work it out for yourselves. Right? There's that. Right? And then, hold on. Oh, am I doing it too fast? Am I doing it too fast? Hold on. Right, so I'll put it back up. There's that. Okay. I'll move my fat head out of the way. Yeah, did you get it? Cool, because there's more. This, by the way, is a conversation that they're having, Witches with Twitches, and Josephine the Witch and Black Pegasus are all having when they are talking about setting me against, or setting fucking Pictish Witch against me over my name change, because they said that it was Pictish Witch's business name, when in actual fact, it wasn't. It wasn't, not that I knew of anyway. Right, this, I know I'm showing it all, right? Oh, it gets better. Oh, it gets better, jokes. So it does. It gets so much better, because I am fucking done with this shit. I am done. There you go. That's the one with Pictish Witch, right? I hope these are screenshotting these guys, right? Because this proves everything. This proves fucking everything that I said 3 years ago, right? It shows absolutely fucking everything that I get put through, all because I decided to speak up for a lassie who at the time I fucking hated. I couldn't stand her. Me and Rose were having a very public battle. So we were, very public battle on fucking TikTok. And I was the only one that thought that what was happening to her was fucking wrong. And I phoned the lassie because Josephine, Shay, and Black Pegasus were all too busy having a laughing joke at Rosie's expense and not saying anything. It was Shay that brought that fucking information from Mindy about Rosie's nudes and all that about to get leaked on Witch Talk. It was Shay that brought that into the group chat. I can prove that too. Right, and Josephine, it took her about half an hour to actually come round to the idea that what was happening to Rose was wrong. Yes, but what did Black Pegasus do? Well, she's already admitted what she done and everybody looked past that. Black Pegasus went on to fucking Rosie's FetLife and took screenshots of her nudes and put them into the group chat too. Yes, and if they were in my group chat, you can bet your bottom dollar they were in everybody else's group chats, because that's how those bitches roll. But I mean, make your own judgments on that. I can prove that if you want that too. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do you want to see what else? I'll show you.
Might as well.
I'll show you.
And listen, I'm going to be addressing Rose Pine Needle as well then that was done. Go on.
Yeah, I will show you. I don't know. Can you see that? Hold on.
No.
Oh, not that. Oh, I can't do the how do I do the videos? I have videos, right? I have screen. Oh, where's my camera? Hold on, put my fucking mugshot back up. My how do I put my stupid face back up? Hex.
I can't help you.
Right, okay.
I am not tech savvy.
I have screen recorded videos of full conversations, right? Full conversations that Witches with Twitches, Black Pegasus, and Josephine all had about me, right? When I returned back to the app, and 3 years ago, right? And in one of these screen recordings, Black Pegasus called me an STI. Yes, she did. I'm an STI because you just can't fucking get rid of me. I told yous, if yous fucking poke the bear, I will come back at yous tenfold. I am not unturning anything. I outed myself for fucking calling her a gypsy cunt. And I've outed myself for calling her traveller scum. That's what you've got on me. That's the only thing you fucking got on
And
me.
you also apologised for that, didn't you?
Fucking gobshite. Absolute. And I know that. But I will stand in my fucking truth. And this is my fucking truth. The stuff that you said about me 3 years ago where you actively coordinated. I've got a screen recording that shows that you guys actually were on my private Facebook page bitching about it, that it was privated so that you guys couldn't get access to it. But you were already in it, weren't you? And you were taking screenshots of the information and all of the posts that I was posting on there. Yes, you were. And what were you doing? Well, Shay, I've got it on voice recording and screen recording, and I've got the screenshot of the post that you posted. Witches with Twitches said, it would be so funny if I just took what she said and rewrote it and filled it out a bit and posted it on my own page. And would you believe that's exactly what she fucking done? Stealing content from other creators because you can't write. You're an author. How's that AI working out for you, Shay? Are you enjoying it? Is it good for you? Mm-hmm. We see you. I fucking see you. I told every single one of yous, every single one of yous witches in here that have been here long before I fucking left, that that's what those witches were doing, and nobody fucking believed me, and I got ran off the app. I got fucking ran off the app. I lost my business. My reputation went to complete fucking shit. Complete shit because of yous cunts. Witches with Twitches. Josephine the witch, who, by the way, Josephine, have I got news for you? The pictures that you stole from Mr. Sean, you all know him as Mr. Sean, but his name is actually Mr. Towson on here. The pictures that you stole from
Is it okay to speak about? Will he be okay with us speaking on him?
Oh, I'm good to go. I am good to go. Right, the pictures that you stole from Mr. Sean's Facebook page, his private Facebook page, on his profile bit, so that you were putting around in all of the group chats, Josephine, and all of the private chats that you were having with people when you were all like, oh my God, this man is so beautiful. Some of those pictures, he was 14 to 16 years old. You took pictures of a minor and you were passing them around the whole of the internet and you were fucking gushing over them. How does it feel to be a fucking predator? How does it fucking feel, Josephine? You've been fucking outed, and do you want to know something? That's not coming from me. That's coming from Mr. Sean himself. I'm just a mouthpiece that's fucking telling you why, because I have permission from my friend to do that. I have that permission. You fucking didn't. You didn't have permission to go onto his fucking private Facebook page and take pictures of him as a minor and fucking sexualize a fucking minor, you fucking predator.
This leads into our group follow, and we will talk on that. We're going to talk on that as well. But what Safa is stating is true. We as a group of friends have all talked to Mr. Sean, and he has told us himself he was very uncomfortable with her behaviour. He was finding her behaviour very predatory, and I am sorry, I don't care if he's male or female, it's all the same. If he's uncomfortable, he is uncomfortable, okay? I'll let Safa finish speaking, and then we'll explain to you why we have fallen out with Josephine the Witch, okay?
I wanna apologise. I've been restricted because I'm a cunt and I accidentally smoked on live. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. The people will find us if they want us. Okay, go on. Sorry, can I just ask who Heather is? They're requesting to join, but I don't know them.
I don't know who Heather is.
Anybody know who Heather is?
Nah. I'm sorry. I lost my shit there. I'm sorry.
I've never heard of them.
It's okay. Do you know what? It is time. What you're saying is absolutely valid. People forget we're all human beings and we have feelings, and why half of us are expected to just take it and to sit down and not express ourselves is ridiculous. So you're valid.
It needed to be said. It needed to be said.
Yeah, and you are entitled to speak your truth. Okay.
So I've got a screen recording. Grammy, can I speak on this? Can I speak on the screen recording that I have?
Absolutely, baby. Absolutely.
So when Grammy's husband passed away, right, and all of that shit went down, I was on TikTok the day after and I saw Celtic Hex's video where she was absolutely outraged at the stuff that had happened to Grammy in the 24 hours on here since her husband passed away. Now I saw that the day after, right? And I put a video out and my video was, I was so fucking angry. I ended up deleting it later on that day, but I was so fucking angry because how dare people fucking disrespect the dead and not give a grieving family a chance to even process the fact that that person isn't even fucking here anymore. But like,
100%.
it's my place to step out and say anything, right? No, I'm not allowed to express any kind of outrage about anything that happens on this fucking app because I am a shit piece. I am a, what is it, a shit stirring STI. Thanks, Pegasus, that was original. However, what I did do after that was I went on to Uncle Birchie's live. Yes, it's there. And in that live, I was trying to speak to the fucking dinosaur in code. So I was trying to say, are you aware that this is what's going on? That like there's stuff happening on the app because he'd been away, right?
They had claimed that their spell work had
Yes.
unalived Grammy's husband. They denied it, and we literally just put the proof up that we were right in what we were telling you. They claimed to unalive Grammy's husband with spell work.
Yes.
It's proven now.
Yes.
Thanks to Scrying Seer.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, bro. However, Josephine, Witches with Twitches, and Black Pegasus had, obviously, I was the person that told Uncle Birch and caused a complete calamity, which I have profusely and continuously apologised to Grammy about. Because if I just fucking thought that maybe he was leading me into a trap by pretending like he didn't fucking know, because there's always that chance, but he seemed quite genuine, right? Then maybe I wouldn't have said what I said on the live and caused that whole fucking bullshit shitstorm. Now, I've continuously and will continuously apologise to Grammy because that's my wrongdoing and my not quick thinking, right? However, a screen recording that I have that is 1 minute and 36 seconds long shows that Witches with Twitches, Oshie, I'm calling you right out, Josephine the Witch and Black Pegasus, right, were more outraged at the fact that I was speaking out on it than what they were about what actually happened to Grammy and her family. That's what they were about. Was Zaffa, what is it, ladies? What is it about me that has you so fucking threatened? What is it about me that has you so scared that you can't see me succeed, that you have to beat me down? Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Because I'm fucking better than a lot of yous. All of yous put together. That's why. Sorry, Hex.
No, you're absolutely fine. Listen, this is what we are here for, guys. If you want to speak your truth, get a box. It is speaking your truth in front of your peers. It is your chance to be heard.
I've got
Grab
more.
your box.
I've got more. Pegasus, do you think for 1 second that with all the bitching that Josephine does behind everybody's back, that you are scot-free from that? Do you? Because I've got fucking voice notes from Josephine that I've screen recorded and passed around all the group chats, by the way, since that's what you've done to me, that shows that your bestest friend does not think highly of you at all, or your practice. How does that feel? Not very nice, does it? No, it doesn't feel nice at all. A lot of the stuff that you have done to me, I have had to be the bigger person. I left the app. I left the fucking app. And when I came back and I was fucking with Wendy because she's a cunt, right? And she's just showing everybody how much of a cunt she actually is, right? Now that she's besties with Brie. We've all seen the fucking State of the Thief of Scotland and the Traitor of Scotland, aka Pictish Witch, and all the stuff that she done to all of her friends here. All of them. right? You think yous are invincible, that nobody drags yous. This is me. I'm not even dragging yous. I'm not even dragging yous. So I'm saying it how it is. I am saying it how it is because people need to know. Josephine, you hold on to that account like it's some sort of fucking amazing thing. It's not moved in growth or followers since I left the app 3 years ago. You were at 64k when I left. You're still at 64k? What the fuck does that tell you? Oh, you're shadow banned? I wonder why. Maybe if you kept your fucking nose out of everybody's business and focused on yourself and all of the shit that you've got going there, then maybe, just maybe, people might go, this lady has knowledge and we could learn from her. Instead, you're in everybody's business, catching yourself fucking spiritual attachments that you don't believe anybody when they say that you have that. Did you know that, guys? Go do your divination. Ask them if Josephine the witch has got an attachment.
Exactly. I hate to stop you mid-rant, but do not forget that there's another cunt in that trio that you need to add so they can be a quad, and that's Rose Pine.
She talked on Rose.
Oh, Rose! Oh my god, she is my biggest fan. My biggest fan. Rose, I said it earlier on in my live. If you have anything to say to me, come and say it to my fucking face. Don't be a wee scaredy shit pants that you are. Come and fucking say it to my face. You're barely big balls enough to fucking sit on a video.
You won't. Listen, Rose Pine Needle won't come onto a live and take a box and face you because the only reason she inserts herself into drama is to try and get traction to her page.
Oh,
So she wants to back and forth to argue on TikTok to get traction to her page. That's what it is.
Did you know, guys? Did you know that where Rose Pine Needle is concerned, I have an entire exported chat from WhatsApp? Did you know that?
How do you mean?
Thank you for
Pretty
that.
damn.
I like presents. And in that fucking exported WhatsApp chat, Rose, you're talking about how much you hate Josephine. Do you know that?
On hers too.
I know. Like, you actually said that shit. And not only did you say that, Rose, you also said things along the lines of, I am naive and I am gullible, and I deliberately twist people's stories, and I carry story from camp to camp, and I make up lies, and I go to source even though the source that I'm going to isn't the source that's telling the truth, and I then twist their stories and pass it over to the other camp because I'm such a good detective. These are things that you said, Rose. Oh, and I've got the entire, it took me 2 hours to go through that whole chat. Do you know that? 2 hours, and you best believe I done it. Every bit of it. And you know, see, when I was sitting listening to it, I was like, oh, I fucking hate the sound of this girl's shrill voice, but you know what? This is fucking art. Art. Both sides of the conversation as well before you're like, oh, they only sent yours. You didn't talk for 2 hours. No, that was everybody talking, sweetheart. I got to hear everything. And I got to see all of the screenshots and all of the pictures and videos that were sent into it too, because my ladies here, they don't hide shit from me, right? Like, they may have said stuff about me over the past 3 years, right? But, I mean, do you fucking blame them with the bullshit that yous cunts were feeding them? Because I don't. I actually don't. These ladies have shown me everything that they could show me, and they could hand me everything. And they continue to do so. Like, I don't give a shit what yous have got to say. What I do have to say is, yous have been caught. Well played. Fucking match set. There you go, Hex. You can have your life back. Sorry, him.
Okay. Do you feel better?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Okay, right. Grammy Punk Rock is here. Chris is here. I guess it's time we explained what happened, why our friendship with Josephine the Witch and the Black Pegasus came to an end. It does tie into Zappa's story, but there's much, much more to it. There is a lot of things to it, okay? So first of all, we did not see that side of Josephine and Pegasus. We thought they were absolutely lovely. And remember, everything that we say here, we can back up with proof, screenshots, voice recordings, so on, so forth, okay? Oh, where to start? Okay, so I guess really The
The
first
key.
red
The
flag.
key.
The key is the first one. Okay,
Yes.
so we were doing spell work. Okay, this is witch talk. We're witches, right? Okay, okay. Um, Josephine was meant to do a road opener for the group, and she found this absolutely beautiful ornate iron key on the ground. So she told us, she was like, "Look at the key I found. I need to use this in the road opener. I'm going to throw it in the bottom of the Thames." Okay. We were like, okay, right. So off she went, threw it in the bottom of the Thames, um, came in, told us all she had done it, and we all went about doing what we wanted to do in the spellworks. Now, it doesn't matter. Okay, so on the Irish pattern, don't really use road openers, but it doesn't matter. Okay, that was her working. That was her magic that she did as part of the group. It came out later that she had never done that. She lied. She had never done the spell work that she said she was going to do. And she thought she was so clever. She put it in a fucking TikTok. She used it in a TikTok and we caught it. She was using it in somebody else's spell book that was paying her for a service. So first of all, she fucking lied about her spell book, and I am not about that shit. Okay, I am not about that shit. You fucking lied as a bitch. You didn't do what you said you were going to do in your spell book, right? Do you know what I mean? So we were like, right, you know what I mean? This isn't okay. That's a hard boundary for me right there. Listen, a lot of fuck shit can happen, but playing around with magic is just a hard boundary for me. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be around her. She's a fucking liar, and I question her witchcraft. Um, when she lies on her witchcraft, right? Do you know what I mean? But then we bring Mr. Sean into it that Zaffa talked about. We actually we seen her behavior was really fucking predatory. It was really strange. She was very off. She was very odd. You've all seen it. We're not the only ones, right? She was sharing photos. She went to his Facebook page. She took photos off his Facebook page. She came. She shared them with us. We were like, hey, that's kind of like crossing the boundary there. He's quite young in them as well, you know. And we were talking to Mr. Sean, and we heard ourselves out of Mr. Sean's mouth that he was not comfortable with this. He didn't like it. He didn't know how to get her to stop. Um, and could we please have a word with her for him? And we were like, absolutely. So we went to talk to her. Was there more things
Yeah,
before
She
the?
was
you
treating
remember
people's.
when the really intense behavior started happening and Mr. Sean was pushing back on her and she came to us and was saying, "Oh, this is like shades of gray. This is just foreplay. No is not really a no.
I'll wear him down. I'll wear him down
I'll wear
eventually.
him down."
Wear him down. I'll wear him down. It
Yep.
was just, it was creepy to me. It was just really, really creepy.
So we were like, listen, that's our friend. She's being abnormal. She's being strange. We need to have a word with her. But at the same time, and I want you to remember that there's more people in this group besides me, Punk Rock Witch, Chris and Grammy. And we're all skills divinators. I know all witches do divination. Why I say skills is when I say that, I mean we actually get paid to do this for other people, okay? And we were doing divination on Joe to find out what the fuck was going on with her, right? And it told me, I was doing my own divination, told me she had an attachment. Okay. I was like, right, okay. I went to the other girls. I was like, will you please do your divination and tell me what it tells you? Didn't tell them my divination. And they did their divination and they all came back with the same thing. She had an attachment, right? And I went, right, we need to talk to Jo about this. She needs to take care of this. Do you know what I mean? Like she needs to cleanse, maybe banish. But then I went and I talked to someone else that was a friend of Joe to see if they noticed anything up. And they were like, wait, stop. She came to me and asked me to do divination on her weeks ago, weeks ago. And I told her that she had an attachment, right? And I was like, wait, what? She's known about this for weeks. And the person went, yes. Then I went to another friend and I said, listen, something's up, as a concerned friend, right? And I explained the situation. She goes, I just did divination for her 2 weeks ago. And I told her she had an attachment and she needed to take care of it. That is three separate groups with the same outcome of divination. She wasn't being asked to do anything weird. She wasn't being asked to do anything crazy. She was being asked to go fucking cleanse and take care of an attachment. Do you know what I mean? What?
Being asked to take a bath.
Take a fucking bath. You know what I mean? Get rid of it. You know, right? You get what I'm saying? But it was almost like she did not believe in witchcraft. She did, her ego believed that she could not get hit, right? And it was like, no, anyone can get hit, Joe. Listen, your best friends are turning around and telling you you have an attachment that would explain your weird ass behavior. You know, like what's going on. But listen, it gets worse, whatever, right? So we eventually did get her to join a call with us. She would not take accountability. She would not come into that call. She was in the call for 2 minutes with us, heard what we were trying to say to her, left the chat, right? Went around saying we were saying all my shit, but it gets better. It gets better. We were like, oh my God, we were just trying to help our friend and we were trying to hold our friend accountable for her actions, okay? Someone needed to talk to her, right? Do you know what I mean? But then let in steps witches with witches and Rose Pine Needle. So the next thing, because where Joe goes, Pegasus will follow. That's her shadow, okay? Doesn't matter how horrible Joe is to Pegasus, Pegasus follows Joe, okay? Um, Pegasus comes back to the group and she's like, what are you saying? This, that, and the other. We were like, what are you talking about? So Rose Pine Needle, that none of us talked to, we have not had a conversation with her at all, okay? Went into a chat with Joe and Pegs. This is why the live started in the first place. Went into a chat with Joe and Peggy, said that she was talking to us and that all this heinous shit had been said. And they were coming back on, why are you saying this? We were like, what are you talking about? Hold on. Let me read it for you. Absolutely. And I will tell you if it's true or not, right? So Rose Pine Needle said that Grammy and Zaffa said Joe hexed and poisoned Peggy's husband. Untrue. Rose Pine Needle told them Grammy reached out to Rose first because she wanted to find out about Papa Fenwa, right? Untrue. Grammy wasn't even aware Rose Pine Needle existed, okay? The next one, I called Joe a weirdo. I did, in a way. I said she was acting strange. I said, listen, I want to talk to you. Your behaviour is strange. Weird, strange, whatever. Your behaviour was strange. I own that. I said it. I was being fucking nice as well, saying it, okay? Gina was condescending for 10 minutes straight and said, oh, look, the little baby is all hurt and going to cry. Gina didn't say that, right? Then Rose Pine Needle said, Grammy said you're picking over your friends. Grammy did say that.
I did. I own that piece. Yes. Yes. I said that you were you were choosing a dick that you will never have over your friends. You are dickmatized. That's word for word what I said. There you go. Carry on.
Right. Then Rose Pine Needle said that Safa and Chris viewed Joe and Peggy from the Scottish group chat. Kyla Cross was never in the Scottish.
Wasn't
She was never in the Scottish group chat, right? At all, ever. Rose Pine Needle said, oh, sorry, Gina and Hex contacted Rose about Papa Fenway. No, we didn't, right? We didn't talk to Rose. There's no messages from Rose. Let me go on, right? And then she said Mystic Miami was behind the scenes encouraging all the fight, that she was the ringleader and the cheerleader, right? Then there's much more heinous shit, like we were talking on Peggy's parenting, that she was an addict, there was this, there was that. And we were like, hold the fuck on. What is going on? So Rose Pine Needle is Twitch's friend, right? So I reached out to Twitch and I was like, Twitch, what the fuck's going on? And she was like, listen, Rose is confused. She's getting mixed up. She's saying all this crap, you know? And I was like, what? So, and anyway, Grammy was like, no, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that bitch existed until now, right? Go
So
put
when
me in a
I
chat
heard
with her.
this, I hate to interrupt there, Kaz, but when I heard this, what I did was I need a bitch's number. Give me this bitch's number. So I went over to WhatsApp and I threw everybody involved into a chat. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Why is my name in your mouth? What's going on? A humming, stammer. And basically, she came out, and we've got the screenshots to show this too.
Voice
That
recording.
she was lying on me, and you wasn't it, Karen? Wasn't it you?
All of us.
But to
She's
start off
lying on
with,
all.
it was
Everything
me
I
and
said
you.
there was a lie.
Yeah,
But she said that Grammy, me, and Gina reached out to Rose to find out about Papa Fenra, which was a lie. We
exactly.
never had a conversation. Sorry, Papa Fenra. I didn't bring your name into it.
I
Rose did,
know,
right?
but here's the thing. She said basically that she was drawing attention to her page. And then she went on to say much later on, because I wouldn't accept that excuse. I'm like a hound dog and I was on a trail and I drug her for maybe an hour until she finally said that Shay had told her that I had reached out to Shay. And I'm like, yeah, where is she? Bring that bitch in here too. So
Shay wouldn't come
Shay
into the chat.
eventually popped in there. Her name
She
popped
didn't.
up, but she never
No,
spoke.
She added Shay to the chat, but Shay never came into the
Right,
chat,
right.
you know?
But Shay was actually, she could see what
We
we were
were
saying,
asking the
I'm
shit
sure.
out of her ass, and it was radio silence. Crickets.
And to be honest with you, after we had that WhatsApp situation with Rose Pine Fuck You Needle, we
Skanky
never
bitch.
heard from anybody ever again. We never got to have our conversation with Josephine. We never got to have our conversation with Peggy. We didn't get to smack the shit out of Shay for being a two-faced cunt running across the internet starting shit. We never got to do that either.
Let me explain something, right? We downloaded the WhatsApp chat. We shared it with Pegasus, and you were like, there you go, because in that you clearly hear us state, and I will say it up here publicly, right? Because when I drag a bitch for the truth, okay? The truth. There's the difference with us all, right? I will drag you with fucking facts. That's why you are fucking losers. Rose, Shay, Joe, Peggy. Peggy is a great mum. None of us would ever call her a bad mother, because she's fucking not, right? She's a good mum. She dotes on her kids. Do you know what I'm saying? So the lies that came out, we have Rose admitting that she lied. She's like, listen, I lied. I lied because I don't like Joe and I don't like Peggy. And I wanted to stick it to them. And we were like, bitch, don't fucking stick it to them using us. No, I don't fucking think so. Do you know what I mean? So, and anyway, out of respect for our friends, Joe and Peggy, because there was a third wheel, Witches with Twitches and Rose Pine Needles, that stepped in and stirred that pot. We didn't talk on it publicly, okay? Because we were like, we understood, we somewhat understood. There's a lot more to it, but we somewhat understood that, the pot was stirred. Do you get what I'm saying? And we were like, do you know what? Things wouldn't be so fucking bad if we didn't have these middlemen like Rose Pine Needle and Witches with Twitches coming in and stirring the pot. We should do a live and remove the middlemen. And I bet you loads of shit would get sorted out on Witch Talk. And loads of shit is getting sorted out in Witch Talk. But that doesn't mean I'm not here to protect the middlemen. I'm going to fucking call them out. Rose Pine Needle and Witches with Twitches are the fucking middlemen. But get this. The only reason we didn't talk on this is because Joe and Pegasus used to be friends. Rose Pine Needle did a TikTok today saying we weren't talking on it because her friend is the queen of receipts. Bitch, you're talking to a group of women that are the queen of receipts. And listen, everything that your friend has, so do I. Okay, just to let you know that there, including all your information that she shared with me. And let me just state this now. New Hex, new me, bitches out there sharing screenshots on me. I'm gonna share them on you. I'm no longer taking the fucking higher ground and not lower myself to your level. I will go to fucking hell and release all your shit. Okay, there we go. Anyone else want to speak on it?
Um,
Grammy?
well, I mean, there's really not a whole lot left to say except the to follow up. The initial issue was that she lied about spell work, and that was very hurtful because that was a complete and total lie, right? And we really wanted to speak to her about that, and we figured that she knew she had been caught because she had put that key in that video. And we had a picture of the moment she had allegedly found the key and what she did with the key. We still had the message and all of that. And we just wanted to ask her what the fuck was going on about that, right? And then
Why'd you fucking lie about your spell book?
right, why lie
Any
about
witches,
something
witch
like
talk, any witches out there, any of yous okay with that? Any of yous at all okay with that? As a witch, are you okay with a bitch lying on her spell book?
No.
Anyone?
No, no one's okay with that. And so also the way that she was starting to treat people, she was being extremely condescending. She was being very rude. She didn't really seem to give a shit about anybody else's emotions or feelings or wants, needs, or concerns. And it was really all just kind of centered about her own needs, wants, and concerns. And she started to treat people like shit. And it honestly, Peggy got the worst of it. And I have said that in messages with Peggy. I've told her, and I will say it now. Everybody needs a friend like
Friend
Peggy
like
because
Peggy.
she is the most loyal friend anyone can ever have. You can use her, you can abuse her, and all of that.
Not one bad word said about Joe out of Peggy's mouth.
Not one
one.
bad word
And
ever.
Peggy
Not one.
shreds, or Joe
Exactly.
shreds Peggy.
Shreds her.
You know?
Absolutely. Like, even when she was trying to have fun and have a good time in the chat, she would be like, Peggy, stop being annoying. I can't keep up with the chat with all your stupid shit and stuff like that. So this is the behavior that we initially really wanted to talk to her about. And we really honestly didn't know how to go about it because we knew that she was going to get upset. We waited for weeks until we just could not take it anymore. And then more and more weird shit started happening. Creepy behavior that was public started happening. And it wasn't just us. The entire Scottish witch group chat was like, what the fuck is going on? So if we're not the only ones seeing it, a massive group of people are now seeing it. It's time to bring it up. That conversation did not even last 5 minutes before she freaked out, shut down, and bailed out. And now people are starting, friends of ours, followers of ours, people we have had relationships with for years out of the clear blue sky without a goodbye overnight are starting to block us. And then we finally realized that it is because Joe and them are now going in the shadows, talking shit, spreading rumors, and we are slowly but surely discovering what is being said. So since they want to talk shit behind the scenes, we can have a fucking public live and we can pull all the truth out there. So now you really know why. We were respecting her, both of them, all of them, and we were trying to keep this in-house and show them respect so that they are not frowned upon. But now that they are talking shit, I'm sorry, we had to do this to protect ourselves because we don't know everything that's being said. We don't know how bad it is. And we would like to fucking know.
And, just to show, we weren't saying anything. We really weren't, as you know, we weren't saying that. Friends should be able to part ways and just part ways, right? But as I said, Witches with Twitches put a thing up on Facebook. She put it up on Friends Only, but, her friends are actually more friends with me. So they shared it with me, right? Ripping our live apart, saying that, she hosted a better live when she hosts lives and blah, 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 right? And then Rose Pine Needle tried to attack us over the live today on her page, right? Saying that I was a terrible host and, we hadn't spoke up on things because, my friend is the queen of receipts. That gave me a giggle. No, we didn't speak up on it because we're actually good friends because we have a group chat. We are more than happy to share with anyone that fucking wants it to see it. With Rose ripping every single one of her friends apart. Josephine the Witch, the Black Pegasus, Witches with Twitches. And after talking to Zappa, they've done this for years, and it's always the same MO where they tell each other, I was just saying that to get information, but I don't actually mean it about you. And they all just keep on this little toxic merry-go-round. And their problem was they tried to get us on the fucking merry-go-round with them. No, bitch. No. Okay. You go round and round all you want. We're not getting up there with you. Okay. Don't do a TikTok and act like you're pulling us out over a live when really you're pulling us out because we know you're a shady ass bitch. Right? Okay. And now everyone else does too.
And on that, while yous are doing all of that, go and keep your hands off of the Scottish witches because they ain't interested in your fucking bullshit. None of them. Let me tell you, especially not the ones that circle around me, and there's a lot that circle around me because of what I stand for and what I do, right? Fucking Turn the Stone and the future endeavours that are about to be released next week, right? You've not got a fucking hope in hell when it comes to manipulating any more Scottish witches. Not while I'm here, because you see.
And I want to address a comment that I seen, and someone went to me, could it have been a mental health episode? No, because it's still ongoing. Okay, it's still ongoing. It is a mask slip. That's what it is. And also the person in question, I'm not going to say where she works, but the job that she works, she would be evaluated for that and would have to be assigned sound mind and body to do that. So no, there was no mental health slip. Okay, she just could not hold that mask up anymore, and we got to see her. And I know I'm angry now, but I will literally put up the messages. I was so nice. I was so calm. I was so respectful to her. And I did show Zappa because Zappa's actually not in the group chat with us. But I did show Zappa and go, please tell me where I was rude. And she was like, you were? And I went, no, I wasn't. But she went around saying Karen invalidated me and Karen. What I said to her was, listen, how you feel is valid, Joe, but how we feel is also valid. Her feelings do not trump our feelings, and that was not acceptable for her.
I'd also like to point out that while all of that was happening, Josephine was going around telling everybody that Caliach Cross here had actually blocked her from my Scottish Witchcraft group chat. Caliach Cross wasn't even in the group chat, and Josephine left on her own, and I've got the screenshots to show that too. So, yeah, well done, Chris. Well done, Hen. Well done.
And also, we do have messages. She did message people after and said the most heinous shit about us, and we still didn't pull her on it.
Yeah.
We were just like,
telling people, running around saying I was vile as fuck, left her abusive messages and all. No, I didn't. Nope. She wishes.
She went around telling people, trying to get people to not be friends with us anymore, calling us dogs, calling us the most horrible things. And Josephine as well. Everyone woke up to the next day after this, and she had requested. Now she didn't just take down her TikTok over Torn the Stone and Torn in the Back. She sent a request into TikTok that all duets and everything be also taken down. So everyone was like, did you take the duet down? No, it took everyone's duet down. So they would have heard that the person that they duetted got it taken down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the level of petty that she is. She actually hurt.
There was a lot of traction taken down from that movement. You know, you'd never take away from a movement. Like, that's one thing a witch does not do. because behind that movement is ancestors, and you don't fuck about with that. Do you know, it's wild.
That proved to me that she was never really behind the movement. She was only a part of the movement for clicks and views. And
That's
that
it.
disappointed me because I'd been mutuals with Joe probably about 2 weeks less than I've been mutuals with you, Hex. Do you know what I mean? And I've been mutuals with you since pretty much I came on the app. And it really disappointed.
It is so disappointing.
Yeah.
And there's so much to this because we were a friends group. Like, there was an issue between Witches with Twitches and Josephine the Witch during the Return to Stone movement, where somebody went onto Witches with Twitches page and told her she should unalive herself.
Mhm.
And Witches with Twitches replied to the comment, and she had every right to do so. She had every right to defend herself on her page. But Josephine the Witch in private chat for on that had Witches with Twitches in tears, and Witches with Twitches left that chat. Miami, and Twitches or Chisel-Witch went to Witches with Twitches and were like, "We are so sorry that happened to you. You are valid and you have every right to defend yourself when somebody says like something like that to you on your page." And she still went and did fuck shit after that, even though we defended her and were there for her.
I want to
You
say
know?
something. I know that there's a lot of people waiting to speak on their issues. We just had to get this out because of stuff that we found out today that we wanted to get ahead of it, essentially.
Yeah.
And we only felt it fair if we're going to be messing about in other people's business that we needed to show you all that we deal with stuff too.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it in a very public way this time because
No middlemen.
no middleman. I'm tired of this back
Yeah.
and forth bullshit. I wasn't kidding in my video. Tonight is a reckoning. We are setting the story straight for all to see, and that includes giving other people the chance to, FAFO. That's where we're at because we're done. I'm done dealing with the predators of this app. I am done playing nice. I am sick and tired of this crap. For a year since the last burning down, here we are, almost a year. We have been nice. We have been accommodating while we were being attacked. We sit there and took the high road. Fuck that. The new year for us is going to be starting out as we're going to take control of this and we're going to fix this. We're not going to be dealing with this anymore. I'm sick of
Anytime
it.
we do a live and you've heard any shit, ask us. And I promise you this now, I'll tell you the truth. No matter how I look at it, I'll tell you. I am not different in a group chat than I am here. I'm the exact same. If I don't like something, you'll know already before it's said in the group chat. Do you know what I mean? And if I don't like it, am I talking about you? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you know how we were talking about the attachments,
Yes.
Now, Zaf will back me up on this because she physically saw it in me. I was in a live one night and it was Joe and Mr. Sean. And the three of us were talking. Other people were popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. And there he goes, big thumbs up there. Zaf will notice that. I consistently was getting more and more exhausted the longer I stayed on the live. And I said, look, I need to get off. I'm really tired. I've had a lot of driving, which wasn't a lie. I came off the live within less than 5 minutes. I went upstairs, washed my face, did a very quick 5-minute cleanse, and I was fine. But Zaf noticed it on that live. She was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm all right now." But I was getting tireder and tireder. And it was Joe was trying to siphon off my energy. And that was the last time I went on. That was the last time I really spoke to her. Because the behaviour around the Mr. Sean thing was creeping me out as it was.
Listen, she went around after and told people that because we gave her the heads up that she had an attachment, that we were suffering spiritual psychosis.
Yeah.
Doing divination is not spiritual psychosis. You were only asked to cleanse yourself. You weren't asked to do anything fucking whack. And we're all witches. So all I'm gonna say is, why don't you all go and do divination and ask, does Joe have an attachment on her, and see what's said.
Still has it.
Okay,
Well, mine said, yeah.
you know.
And I obviously, I ask the questions. When I do my divination, I ask my own questions in my own words. And I pretty much came back with exactly the same as what everybody else came back with.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you could fucking see it. You know what I mean?
Sorry,
So-
Chris. Sorry, Chris. I'll be 2 seconds. It's cause I'm meeting, so if I say it quickly, then I want people to understand that the way that she's behaving just now is the same way that she was behaving 3 years ago. Okay, so we're not going to give her the whole it's an attachment, it's making her behave like this. This is the type of person that she is. The attachment has highlighted it.
Yeah.
And what Zaf said about, you know, nobody's going to go after a Scottish practitioner. No, because the Scottish practitioners, those of us that are around Zaf every day, have not a fucking chance. They wouldn't have a chance in hell. You know, we might sit and have disagreements in our chat, but if somebody come after Zaf or one of the other Scottish witches in our group, we wouldn't take it. You know, it's like the Irish. We might have our squabbles, but we will stick together.
Yeah.
And we will take anybody down that comes at us.
That's because you've had to fight so long. Do you know what I mean? And you're still fucking fighting. So when you have someone coming in and fucking attacking you all join up. And you know, the Irish aren't far behind you. So we've got your back.
And just if you go to Rose Pine Needle's page, she's probably going to do a TikTok on it, so I'll just get ahead of it as well. She did, Zappa did a live earlier, and in the live, Snuffles, get down out of the window. In the live, she asked me to send an invite to the live to Rose Pine Needle, and I did. And Rose Pine Needle replied to me and went, I'm not going in the live to get ambushed. And I went, what? Zappa's going to ambush you? She goes, no, like you and Grammy and all did. And I replied to her and went, well, you wouldn't have got fucking ambushed if you weren't such a fucking lying skanky bitch.
Yeah.
I meant every word of
You
it.
should have seen the
And then I
shit
blocked
that
her.
she fucking made up.
Yeah.
Like the shit that she made up, saying that we were saying.
She's a lying skanky
What
bitch,
were
I
we
stand by it.
fucking saying? Do you know? And then it turned out she was playing a wee game by herself. Like, how fucking weird are you? You're playing a game by yourself that no one else knows.
You don't want to play her
Grammy,
game.
Grammy dogpiled me. I don't want to go in a lab and Grammy dogpiling me because I'm a
It's
liar.
trash.
Fucker.
You know, if you're going to have people's names in your mouth, expect them to come and say, why have you got my name in your fucking mouth? Like, it's easy. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? Nobody asked you to have our names in your mouth. Nobody asked you to put yourself in the middle. So shut up, sit down, you fool. And then on the TikTok she did today, she's like, in my opinion, nobody cares about your opinion, Rose. Literally nobody cares. Okay? Like, I don't know how much I could stress that. I don't care. Zappa already said she doesn't care. None of us care what you think because you can barely think, right?
And if I
You
can
know what
add
I mean?
to that, I want to add to that. I would have kept my mouth shut forever and let them go about their business if bitches like Rose weren't fucking making videos like that. And I wasn't seeing really weird comments under mutual friends. I'm being accused of slander, which was
We can
also
prove everything.
bullshit. That's all
We
I'm
can-
saying. I never would have said a
Anything we
damn
say,
thing.
we can prove. As I said, Rose clean receipts too.
You know what?
We gotta
I think
protect our reputations now. Now you're gonna have to fucking fight for yours.
fucking A,
Yeah.
but listen, y'all. I don't think they deserve any more of our time. We have far more bigger cunts to fucking roast. So, do we want to
I
deal
just
with
wanted the truth
Carrie?
out there.
Do we need to deal with Carrie and River down here, or do we want to go on and deal with the other apocalypse that we have, which is the Thief of Scotland, the Traitor of Scotland, the dog that follows those two around, and oh yeah, what's the
Who
other?
wants to talk?
What are we
The
doing?
people in the boxes can be dropped down. If somebody has
Absolutely.
an issue, send an invite and you'll be put up into a box.
Carrie's in here. Carrie's already in here. And I know that River was in here. If not, we'll just move on to
Well,
another.
the ball bitch says she's ready when Carrie is. So does Carrie and Tina want to get boxed?
Well, I saw Carrie come in, so I know she's here somewhere.
Well, just send a wee request in, Carrie. We'll get you up in a wee box, love.
At some point, we will be dealing with racism and other things too. We have a list. We have a list.
Okay. There's Carrie there, the feral Appalachian. Do you want to invite her into a box? Does she want to get in a box, first of all? Listen, nobody has to get in a box if they don't want to get in a box. That's the first thing. We're all adults here, and this is talking it out in front of your peers so that all your peers can see who's telling the truth. Because we'll know by you talking. And don't say that if you don't have screenshots and screen recordings, because we will after them. Okay, there they are. Tina and Carrie. Does everyone else want to mute? Can you hear me? Tina, you
Yeah,
there?
I got you.
Yeah,
Carrie, you there?
yeah,
Okay,
I am.
who wants to start the conversation?
So let me start off by saying that, Tina, I'm not here to make friends with you. I'm just here to let you know that I do still respect you, and I still care. I know that we can't be friends. I know that there was a lot of shit that I had done, and what I will promise you is if you ask me something, I promise to be very honest, and I promise to be very forthcoming. I do not plan on lying to you. I do not plan on covering anything up. I honestly, I've been sitting in therapy for a while, and you were a big topic, and it's how I treat people, and honestly, that's something I need to own up to, and I plan on keeping everybody blocked. I said my piece to Celtic Hex. She knows I respect her. Grammy Druid, you know I
We're
respect
good.
you. That's the reason that I am sitting in this box, is because I actually have a lot of people here that I respect. I promise to keep y'all all blocked. I don't talk shit anymore. You won't catch me talking shit in DMs. You won't catch me talking shit in text messages. I'm kind of tired of being a shitty fucking person. And I don't want to be the other people in my life. And part of this is, like I said, owning up to it and sitting here and answering everything that River has, because I owe it to her. And I actually owe it to her, not a fake, not a fraud, not a, just making peace to make peace. No, this is, I actually want to be better, and I want people to know that I am actually being better. So.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Let's start with 2021. Our whole community blocked me because of you, correct? The Appalachians?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you told them that they did that on false pretense?
Okay, to me, it wasn't false pretense, but what I will tell you is that was a knee-jerk reaction, and I'd said that in the live with Celtic Hex and Grammy Druid, that was one thing that I was going to work on, is my knee-jerk reactions, and I completely took a conversation that you had with me out of context. I blew it out of context. I misread and misinterpreted, and yes, ma'am, I did actually turn people against you because of what I said.
Okay. I appreciate you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold
Yes.
on. Sorry, I just got a thing saying the live is going to end in 5 minutes. I think I stopped it. Sorry for interrupting. But
Okay.
if the live does end, head straight on over to Punk Rock Witch's page, okay? I'm so sorry for interrupting you there, guys.
All right. So I'm going to skip a lot of stuff and just go to the most recent stuff, okay? All the things that Donna Mack has said about me are complete lies, and you know this.
So
you know, and then there's Crone and all the horrible things she has said about myself and also about my brother, which you are well aware of the chaos that I went through with that. And that is also goes back to you. Are they aware?
Actually, River, I wasn't fully aware of your brother, and I hope that you understand that I'm very sorry for that. Like, just let me say that because of our relationship, I want you to know that I'm sorry that he passed. As far as Crone and as far as Donna Mac, what I can say, honest to goodness, and I've said this repeatedly, is I don't bring you up until you bring me up. And that's what I've continued to say. And Grammy, I know it's not my place, but I truly don't think that Crone threw at your husband. I truly don't. I think she loves you more than...
Gary, let me put it to you this way. Don't know if you
No.
know, but we got proof. We got the proof. We got the proof.
When I tell you I've really stayed in my lane, like I mean it. Like I'm not even, I don't do witchy things anymore. I read trash romance novels. I really do stay in my lane.
Well, unless somebody can imitate her voice and also steal her profile picture and her phone number, we got the proof.
Okay, so
But I promise you, River, that I have not been behind any of that or instigating it. Like I can show you, I don't have enough followers to show you. Like I would literally sit here and honestly go through any of my text messages, any of my DMs here on the TikTok. Like I haven't instigated it. I haven't drug it out. I haven't done any of that shit. So I keep my following small because, well, I do trash romance novels now, and well.
okay, so Ursa, 2 weeks ago, Ursa was drunk as usual, and she went on a rant on a live. Again, bringing this up, and I find this both disturbing and hilarious at the same time, and that I pretended to be a police officer and called your mother. Now, initially, there was like several people that had received supposedly a phone call from me, pretending to be a police officer, Jennifer being one of them. Now, Jennifer described the phone call to me. And all the way to the very end, where it gets to the point where it goes, ha ha ha, you've been pranked by such and such out.
See, mine wasn't like that. My phone call, and no, I didn't say that you impersonated. I literally said, hey, a detective has called my mom. I remember this because my mom called me and she goes, Gary, were you in Kentucky? And I said, well, yeah, I was at a music festival with my, for a marketing thing. I was like, but I was in Lexington. And then apparently that was a cold case, according to my mom. Like, if anybody needs to hear this, like it was apparently a cold case that was my mom was too young for, and they were following up on a lead, but it did come out of like a funky thing, and somebody else had gotten the same phone call from the same department. So, but mine was real, but it wasn't connected to anybody here or anything to that effect. I did eventually like get to talk to my mom about that. So just
Okay. Has that been clarified with Ursa so she can stop saying that?
I will make sure she finally has me unblocked. I don't know if any of y'all know this, but I did indeed get blocked whenever I had my conversation with Celtic X because I needed to. So a lot more people dropped me, even though I did what Grammy Druid and Celtic X told me to do, and that's keep my head down, mind my fucking business, and keep everybody blocked.
Don't let people weaponize you.
So
look after your mental health.
Yeah, I will correct that, River. Yes, ma'am. You have my word right now. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So there's been several references about me having weaponized you, and I never intended to do that. There were several instances where, like, you showed me a screenshot of comments, like on maybe a Celtic X video or something like that, And usually it was just somebody that was also a mutual of mine saying similar things to me, right? It was just like a heads up. And I would say something like, hey, if you see that again, let me know. But, and I know there was like a time or two when I was like, hey, do you know somebody that can get this message? Not meaning for you to do it, but like, because I was going to sue her. I was going to sue, what's her name? Bree. I was going to sue her. And I wanted you to get that information to her to let her know, because my brother was, and I did do that because she needed to know. So she
But
could
you
shut the
didn't.
hell up.
You and I never discussed. I mean, honestly, River, at that point, you expected me to be a mole, and you expected you never actually
Set
told me
yourself
that.
up
And I'm
that way. You
well,
put yourself in
I
that
know.
position.
Yes,
When you were sharing screenshots to
Yep.
me of things you were seeing, I did make that assumption because
And
you were sharing that
also,
with me.
let me go ahead and say I shouldn't have blamed you for that because you wanted to protect your real friends, and I'm sorry if I put those in jeopardy because you actually have a team here and they're your ladies and they're your witches, and I'm sorry if I put any of that in jeopardy because I know it's emotional and I'm trying to, suck it up, but you have to understand, River, like these are things that I've wanted to actually sit down, and it's not, I do want us to end our beef, but more than that, I really want you to know that there's still a girl in Western North Carolina that thinks the world of you. I know that I can't be in your world because I've done some really shitty shit and I'm not ever expecting that again, nor will I ever ask for it. I will keep you blocked. I will just send you good wishes, but I wish that I could have been what some of these ladies here are for you. And I wish that I weren't dumb and young and still have a lot of lessons to learn. You got a lot of knowledge and you got a lot of growth on me. And I acknowledge that now. I just wish that I had sat. Can I make a funny? Because I'm full of dark humor. But whenever you were like, Carrie, how many therapists have fired you? I was like, well, yeah, you're right about that, River. Yeah, you got it right about that. But I have a really good one now. That I've just had to laugh about it because God, that was kind of funny. And I was like, shit, damn it, River, you're right. But I wish that I had had the one that I have now. And what I can promise you is that I will keep being honest with you if you need me to answer anything. But I promise to stay in therapy. And I promise to not be the person I was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. I'm tired of being fucking shitty. Sorry, but you know how many people have walked out of my life lately because of the way that I've been? They've been doing it since you left. It's me. Hi, I'm the fucking problem. It's me.
Yeah. Well, as you know, when everyone turned their back on me initially, I was devastated by that because I didn't see it coming and I didn't understand. But I turned that around. I transmuted every bit of that, and it just made me a better practitioner. It made me more advanced. I just turned it around.
Apologize, I'm silent. I'm so sorry.
Me. And you will do the same as long as you're honest with yourself and with everyone else.
That's why I don't intend on sticking my goddamn nose in shit. I'm just going to keep fucking doing what I'm doing. Like, I have enough, my actual background. I've got enough family life to keep me busy. I think it should stay that way.
Yeah. So I appreciate you saying this. I hope that the people that have continued to harass me are screen recording and that they will now leave me alone. I know I'm not going to get an apology from Crone or Donna Mac because that would mean admitting that they were wrong and that they had lied about things. But this will help. And I appreciate you coming forward and saying these things.
I do think if it helps that Donna will have a conversation with you. I
No,
think she will have
Donna
an
and I will
honest-
only have a conversation through a lawyer.
Oh,
I just need her to admit what she said in a video and shut the fuck up. And
Yes,
keep my
ma'am.
name out of her mouth for the rest of her motherfucking life.
Well,
So,
ladies, you are very brave
I promise to do that.
and well
if it
done.
helps.
well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her. I'm talking about Donna and Crone. Because the thing with my brother is very sensitive. I was there. I was there. And it was ugly. It was ugly and it was traumatic. And I don't wish anybody to watch somebody pass away like that. And then the things that they have said, if I could, that right there will probably never be forgiven, but they need to shut the fuck up. And the
Yes,
only
ma'am.
way we will ever have a conversation will be through a lawyer.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
anyway, I
Um,
appreciate you.
And
I
I'm still
think
very sorry for your brother. Like you know what I do, you know my path, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry that I was a shitty fucking person and I wasn't there for you. I'm very sorry, and I hope your team came through for you, because you do have wonderful ladies here. And I'm sorry if I gave you any grief that I did not intend to. I really have kept your name out of my mouth. I really intend to just mind my business and not. You won't catch me doing this again.
I
You
appreciate
won't
that.
catch me doing it again.
They were watching my Facebook, and I had made a post the night before he passed because he was choking on the secretions, and we didn't have a suction machine, and Chattanooga Hospice would not answer our calls. And I was tagging them in post, trying to get a hold of Chattanooga Hospice, begging them for a suction. They were watching. And the next few hours later, I post my brother is taking his last breath. You know who already knew about it? Bree. Because they were motherfucking watching. And they have not allowed me to grieve. Instead, they've talked about it and made jokes about it and continued to harass me because of it and used it.
People,
And that is
like, if
why
we're
they
going to
will
take
never
anything,
speak to me. Huh?
if we're going to take anything from these situations, it's to let people grieve, to respect their grief.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
I would not do that. I know you can't expect yourself from other people, but the person I hate the most on this app, if they had someone die, I would leave them alone. I certainly wouldn't exploit it. And I know you didn't do that, but the people that you were affiliated with at the time did. And part of that is because of the things that you said. Now, part of it is because Bree's a cunt. And that is what she does. And we've seen this over and over with the information that Rob has released to us. But she was given enough information to just carry on with whatever it is she does and exploit it. And this is I'm just taking an opportunity to bitch at this moment. But anyway.
Listen, you are allowed to vent. That is what we are here for.
Yeah, but
You are allowed to speak your truth.
I
Okay.
appreciate you coming forward, Carrie. I do. And saying these things because it helps. It helps a lot. And it also sheds light on their behavior. Because at this point, they know they were wrong. And they have not backed down one bit. So that now, that sheds some light on exactly who they are. Exactly what kind of people they really and truly are. But again, I thank you for saying this. And I accept your apology. And I'm perfectly fine with you staying in your lane and I staying in mine. And we both go on to live happily ever after.
And that's how to adult kids.
Yes. And if I could just add my 2 cents to seal that up, I think you're both very beautiful and incredible people. And I get that you'll probably never be friends again. But I mean, if that were to ever happen, it would be an incredible friendship, I think. But I hope you guys can both agree to not talk shit about each other, because I tell you, it's very hurtful when you see messages or hear messages of somebody that you truly care about or used to care about talk horrible, trashy shit on you. So if you both could just agree to just not do that anymore, that'd be super awesome.
Well, I think we
Yeah.
just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and two, like here's the deal. River deserves the absolute best. Like if you want a good auntie, if you need a mom, if you need just a damn friend, River's got the fucking advice. And I've said this multiple times to multiple people because I truly do. Like, you don't understand how much that woman helped me. Like, and River, I'm talking about you like you're not fucking here, but it's not regurgitated. Like, it's not bullshit. Like, you did these things for me. And if anybody else can learn from the Vol Witch, which I do love the fucking username change, like, let me tell you, that woman right there, right there to my left, like, she's good. So
I appreciate
Well
you
done,
saying that.
ladies.
All right, I'm going to hop down now. I have food delivered. I'm going to go grab it. And everybody,
Enjoy.
yeah, and everyone have an awesome evening. I'll be back though. But anyway, thank you, Carrie.
you're welcome.
Thanks, ladies.
I'm gonna drop because I have most of everybody blocked. Gina, I still do fucking miss your ass like you've no idea, in your fucking skate park and your Bam Margera things. Like, damn it, I miss the shit out of you. And Grammy, I truly hope you know that I am still so sorry about your husband, and I still have a great amount of love and respect for you. So if you ever decided to be friends with me again, I don't expect it, but just know that I still think that you're the shit, and that's how I feel.
Okie dokie, then. What are we doing next?
Okay, who's next?
Anybody have any issues with me before I pop down? Because if you don't have any issues with me, then I'm just going to pop down because I've got stuff to do.
Does anybody want to say anything to Chisholmrich?
If you've got
Anybody
anything
have anything to say,
come and
stop
say
it. Say it now, forever hold your peace. We don't want to hear about it. If you can't get up in the box and speak your piece, shut the fuck up. We're sick of watching your TikToks. Get up and say it, trash it out.
Exactly. Like, this is your only chance to speak to me. If I see any videos on me tomorrow and you haven't had the balls to come up and say it to my face, then I'm just going to be like, shite bag. So come and say it to me, or shut your traps.
I've got something to say.
Oh, shit.
You
Got
couldn't
it.
see.
What am I going to say? I love you.
Is that time?
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hi.
Look, there's Shelley. I've got Shelley in the house.
Hi, babe.
Hey, Shelley.
She's here.
Okay. The Lord has turned into a bit of a love fest tonight. Okay, brilliant, guys. Thanks for saying your piece.
Right, so you've got. Well, Fenwa, get up and fucking say it then. Stop being a Billy Wee Boys and get up here. Come on then. Watch this.
Oh, fucking poor Emma gets dragged into everything. Everything.
Right, if nobody's got anything to say, then I'm going to drop down.
I think
Okay.
Papa might be a little afraid to get in a box near me again, but that's
I
okay.
can't blame him, Grammy.
I broke bigger.
I couldn't blame him. I'd be afraid of getting in a box with you too, love.
Let me tell you something. If people would keep their business to themselves and quit sharing screenshots, that would have never trickled down to my head, and I had to figure it out.
So
It
let's just be clear, okay? I have taken accountability for calling Rose Pine Needle gypsy cunt and traveller scum. Right? Those are my two things. So you can throw xenophobia and all that kind of shit at me if you want, right? But I've already taken accountability for that 3 times on this live now. right? If I hear anything about it tomorrow and none of you have had anything to say to me face to face on this live, then I ain't got anything to say to you, and I will not be wasting any of my time on you. It's as simple as that. You want an apology, you come and speak to me here. Yes, particularly Rose. Yes, eclectically me.
All right, I'm here. Thistlewitch,
Yes.
I don't appreciate you mentioning my name. I'm sitting over here with Honeybee, and y'all about got my ass whipped. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong
That's
with y'all?
good,
Y'all about,
Honeybee. Don't whip it.
bruh, y'all ain't right, bruh. Y'all ain't right, bruh.
You want
Y'all
to get
playing with my
whipped?
life.
It sounds like you want whipped.
No, I don't want this ass whipping, bro. Y'all just don't. No, bro.
I think you do. I think you do.
Use
Go on,
a code
Honeybee,
name
get
or
him.
something. Don't that guy or that asshole. Whatever y'all want. Please don't say my name. Please, bro. Please.
But it's
I don't
so
want to die.
fashionable. It's so
I
fashionable.
Are you like Beetlejuice or something? You
I
show
don't.
up if we say
I
your name 3
I
times?
don't. I don't want. Yeah, females start mentioning my name. I'll start getting them dirty looks, bro, and I'm starting looking for a place to hide. Bro. You know what I mean? I'm not trying. I'm not trying that, bro.
Well, just now that you're in a box, just so you know, because I don't even know if you heard shit back off Rose Pine Needle. None of us had you in our mouth. None of us had your name in our mouth. That was all bullshit.
No.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
Okay?
I just put all my crap to bed. I think you all saw my
That's the
14-part
problem. The
freaking
crap in the
Netflix
bed. That's
series.
what got the whole goddamn thing started.
So y'all all blaming me for this, huh? So I'm the reason why all this is coming.
Absolutely not. I stood
You're the
Rose
one
is
with the
sure the
faulty
pot.
sphincter, not me.
I
Hey,
stood up here at the beginning of this live and I put all of the blame on the two people that it belongs on, and that's fucking Raven and Rose, not you. All of it is
but
on them because Raven was behind all of that. We've seen it.
I mean, y'all want me to be honest? I was off the app. I left. I deleted my account. I was living my life peacefully and happy. I was just enjoying my life with my sweet baby, and her name kept coming up, and her name kept coming up. Then they threw my name, so I told them you should have left me gone. Should have left me gone. I warned them. I said it, but nobody wanted to listen. So here we are.
You've done the right
Um,
thing.
I didn't mean to stir the shit pot. I didn't mean to bring all this chaos storm
Oh
to
no, you
light,
didn't
but
do
they
anything,
pushed me to it.
Henry. You didn't do anything. Your name was brought into it by Rose Pine Needle. Shitstorming. Saying that
Well,
me and Grammy and Punk Rock Witch reached out to her, made contact with her to find out information about you. It's all bullshit.
I know better than
Complete.
you, Celtic.
I
If I
told
would
you
have
you.
heard that, I knew that would be
Honeybee,
a lie.
like,
You'd never
we
do
were
that.
not talking.
Like,
We
but
were
I
not
just come to you and
talking
go,
about
what's
this.
this?
We didn't even know anything about your relationship. I didn't know anything about your relationship or whatever. Do you know that way? But as soon as she brought that up, we were like absolute full of balls because none of us were talking. None of us even talked to her. Do you know
No,
that way? So
literally
for
none.
her even to
None.
mention Grammy or
Definitely not
Shaka or
me.
you, it was
Well,
fucking clout. We were like, nope. Fucking get into the group
Like,
chat.
why
It's
would we
circle
be
fight.
reaching out to try and find out about someone? I don't think she knew we knew each other, and that I could just give you a message and go, anyway, what's this?
oh yeah,
Right?
me and Celtic been friends for a long, long time. She knows how to get hold of me. She can just pop in and ask a question anytime she wants.
Honeys, how are you?
Hello,
Hi.
darling.
So
Hi, babies. What are
Oh
you
shit,
doing?
y'all
Okay,
done
so
got me in trouble.
the only person that I have an issue with on this app is Mindy. That
Oh
is it.
shit,
That
here we
is
go.
all.
I'm
And
shutting
the
up.
reason why, honey, is because I didn't know where all these attacks was, why she was attacking me so hard. I really didn't understand it. I couldn't comprehend it. I didn't know what was going on. But then when Kirk and me got back together, honey, he sat me down and kind of like gave me the scoop, you know? So then it all kind of made sense. Okay. And the amount of lies that this woman protrudes is just beyond my comprehension. I can't understand it. I could never do somebody like that. I don't even care how much I hate you. But, you know, to get me to hate you is a task. And that woman has solidified that task. I wish absolutely nothing but the worst for her. I said it. I really don't. I really cannot stand her. She is a fucking parasite to people. And you know, she constantly says, oh, you can't divinate. She calls me Miss Cleo, and that's okay because Miss Cleo passed away, honey, with billions in her pockets. That's all right. But that's the only person that I really hold any hatred towards. And it's because she lied on me, said that I overdosed my children on melatonin. I mean, the list goes on and on. All because of a man. That's wild to me. You know, I could have never. And I did blanket block a lot of people because I just didn't know who I could trust at the time. You know, it was very much of a back against the wall type of situation. But anybody else, I don't have, even Bree, who I have been doxxed by. I never once spoke out against it. If you go to my page, there's not a lot of drama. You can see like little sly videos, but you don't know who I'm talking about. I could be talking about my mama. But you know, she did. But the thing is that Rob is like a precious gem to me, and I protect him with my everything, and I love him to pieces.
Giant sweetheart. Giant sweetheart.
Such a sweetheart.
My heart is broke what they did on him over the last few days. I don't think we've even made people aware. My heart is broke.
And what's really wild to me, sorry to interrupt you, sweetheart. What's really wild to me is the fact that they would extract audios and put it over videos and things like that. Like once you have a piece of my heart, you have a piece of it forever. There are friends that I've had to disconnect with that I will never talk on. I will never speak on it because I love them still. And that's just the way I roll, you know. But as far as Mindy was concerned, she has these accusations that I took down her account. No, I didn't. You want me to be honest? I'll be honest with you. In 22, she came under the guise of Christians and would mass report all the witches and witch talk. This is true. And I gave her an account warning. I did. She gave it to me, so I gave it to her. But this was a long time ago. Now, when it came to 2023, me and Kirk Dwayne was worried about getting our house. We was worried about we were worried about ourselves. Okay, we wasn't not worried about Miss Bayou bitch. Okay, fax machine. Okay, I was not worried about her. And you know, it's real crazy to me because you know my Yaya Nanganga. She always said a thief will always accuse you of stealing. And these things that she be saying about other people, I think it's straight from her. I think it's how she feels about herself, which is really tragic. Okay, because you know Kirk Dwayne had shared things with me about other things and substances even and things like that, and she's over there hooting and hollering how she's this and she's this and you know perfect and and accusing me of releasing shit, and I'm like, girl, you can't be mad that you released shit and then get mad at me because it got into other people's hands. Now you know, and she keeps hollering, where's the court case? Well, where is it? Where is it? Because I'm waiting.
Could I ask a question, please?
Yes, baby, go ahead.
There's two questions. So the twin bracelets, the one that yeah, I don't want to please explain that to us because I don't
understand. Sweetheart. So what that is that okay, so Kirk Dwayne wears a succession of bracelets that are used for protection. Those are linked to his spirit bottles that he fashioned himself. That has nothing to do with Mindy. Now he did make her one when he lived at his old wife's house. This is the truth. Okay, but see how she spins narratives, honey, and she makes it to seem what it ain't. Now, there's one thing about it, two things for sure. Pimp Code 101. You never show your right hand or your left hand what your right one's doing, okay? You just don't do that, okay? And what she did was she was like, you see, he's trying to turn you into me. Honey, my hair's been dark since birth. What about you, Blondie? Okay, don't play with me. I didn't have to falsify a whole birth certificate on an app to get validation. You hear me? So like, it's like really wild to me. But when Kirk got back with me, I said, I don't understand, baby. Why is she being so vicious for? And he said, what's one thing you got that she don't? And he said, me. And it all clicked. It all made sense. And I was like, I'll be goddamned. So that, but bringing my kids into her whole YouTube, my lawyer's advice was to just like report her YouTube for copyright infringement. And I haven't even done that yet. But, you know, I want her to see. I want people to see her for who she is, you know?
Right, thank you for that. Could I ask the second question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is 3 years ago with the rose pine needle stuff, right?
Yes.
When Mindy put this originally out into the app, she was like, my man right? That's how she described him. My other half, my man. And then she switched it to my brother, right? So
I remember that, yeah.
originally, Kirk, is it okay to call you Kirk, or do I just call you Fenwa? I'll call you Fenwa, right? Whatever. Doesn't matter, don't worry about it. So I thought originally that he was her other half, and then I thought that he was her twin, because that's what she said. Cheers, mate. That's what she had said, but then it turned out that obviously they'd only just met each other on TikTok.
Yes.
Do you have any understanding as to why she would want to mislead the public in such a way when she's directly leaking nudes and conversations of a woman that she hates?
So hear me out. I think that she is so insecure in herself. I think her personality is manufactured through other people. Like she gets inspired by other people and she fashions this like alter ego to make it to, it's almost like she takes a piece of people, you know what I mean? It makes it who she is. I think that she shares noodles of people because she is insecure within her own self and in her own body to almost discredit the woman or to make them look in a bad light. This is my opinion and this is my belief. She has attacked me for my body. She skinny shames me, which is a thing. All right. She skinny shames me. She calls me a 2x4, a zipper. I mean, it's just wild to me. And you know what?
I think you did beautiful figure.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
You have
I
that
appreciate it.
call.
And I have not been quiet about my struggle with ED. I'm very much a humble person and I'm very much a vocal person about the struggles that I have every day. That way people know that I'm a fucking human. Because I think a lot of people forget that us creators are humans and we have struggles and we have battles and there's things that we are working on and we have to overcome. You know, so for her to call me Mr. Ed or to sit there and demean my body and to say that, oh, yeah, and it's going to come to light. And Kirk Dwayne did the right thing, I feel, because she's done it for so long that there's no getting out of it at this point. There's no getting out of it. She has done this to so many women. And she's got people brainwashed over there. And it's truly disgusting. It's predatory behavior. And no proof either. I got people talking about my pupils are big, talking about I pop Addies. I'm not even prescribed Adderall. I've never even taken Adderall a day in my life. So, like, it's the lies for me. It really is. And the grandiose dreams that she has, and she be dreaming shit up. Like, she makes up whole ass scenarios in her head, and she thinks it's to be true. Like, it's a psychosis situation. Like, how are you going to go hex your side piece on the fucking charcoal grill that you just cooked your man a steak on? Okay, what is that? What is that? Are you okay? 5150, are you okay? Because to me, that don't seem all right. To me, honey, that don't seem, but please tell me you cleaned it, okay? So, whatever. It is what it is. That is the only person on this app that I have any disdainment towards, that I don't, but just because she put my kids in her mouth. I raised my kids. I raised my children. I have 4 beautiful children and I've done it on my own. And she had the nerve to sit there and try to critique if lies or not, you ain't got room to speak. You don't have room at the table because we aren't backseat parents, babe. We ain't the same. You know, so that's the only thing that I want to say, because I don't have, like I said, I have no beef with nobody on this app except her. And I wish she would have the cojones that she's always talking about she's got, because apparently she forgot them. Because she ain't here, but she's always running her mouth about it. She's running her mouth about Gina, who in my experience has been a very beautiful person. Okay, and she's like, everybody, if she thinks everybody's jealous of you, or jealous of her, who the fuck would be jealous of that? Because I know I'm sure the fuck not. Okay?
Why would Gina be jealous of her?
Honestly, because last time I fucking checked, I don't cheat on my man and try to hide it. I don't ask motherfuckers for money for Temu and Domino's. I handle mine. If Kirk Dwayne spoils me, that's on him. Did he call me a gold digger? Absolutely. Did I say foul ass shit about him? Absolutely, because that's the way we are. We're just, it's not a good thing, but we've grown and we've evolved, honey. We've come a long way than we was a year ago. Did I take him from his wife? Absolutely, but honestly, that foundation was already cracked. It was not hard, okay? But let us be happy. Did our sexual shit, whatever, I don't care. I did it, okay? And I still do it. It don't matter to me. I'm a very loud person when it comes to my sexuality, so I don't care. You know, you can call me, you can say anything you want, but I ain't gonna hurt my
No,
feelings.
I don't fucking care either. you know what I mean? People just shouldn't care about other people's fucking sex lives. Right?
So it's like totally fine. You know, like that's, if she thought that was really going to hurt me, or if she thought that was going to embarrass me, girl, you got to try harder. Okay, you're going to have to try a little harder, because I'm not. And you know, and she wants to talk about me and Candy. Let's get into it.
Okay, so me and Candace were pinned against each other. I would have never been involved in a situation had she not called me on the phone and said that she was going to hex 2 people's children. If that wouldn't have been involved, then I wouldn't have been involved. But the heart that I have, you cannot just tell me that, okay? Because I'm going to tell those 2 people. One listened, the other one did not. I told them to be quiet, okay? Period. So that's why I got put in there. My neck got cut for sticking it out for 2 people. Okay, that's it. That's all. One, I still have deep love for to this day. Don't care how she feels about it. And one could go fucking anyway.
Can I just say something? Can I just quote Rose Pine?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that obviously you get why we were laughing over here. Do better.
Oh, them thumbs need to sit down. Okay, like. And you know what? And I feel bad for her, man. I do. I feel really bad for him. I feel so bad for him. When I read the messages, I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Because to talk such bull mess about a man that supposedly loves you so bad that you found each other when he was at a point of such, despair and such loneliness and such brokenness. And you tried to, glue him back together, whatever. But like she put him through so much, can't even talk to his family or anything. Could you imagine? Like, I can't. And then to sit there and say that her child is ugly. Oh my God. When I heard that, I damn near like shit a brick. I'm like, that's your spitting image, sweetheart. That baby girl is your spitting image. How dare you? How dare you? So I may be guilty of a lot of things. I might be guilty of talking shit and have. I did share a screenshot to Bree or to Stormy, or if that Stormy sent me, and I shared it to Papa, and he did in fact share it to Raven, and she made a video about it. But I did take accountability to Bree in private. That wasn't good enough. She wanted me to do it publicly. Clout, you see. But I never once, ever spoke on it. And if you, like I said, you go to my page, you don't see me name dropping. You don't see me in bull mess. You don't, because I have children. I got a life. But what I will say is that her time is ticking. And everybody's starting to see the truth about her. It's the thing. That's why I said just give them enough rope. And
does anybody else find it weird that she accuses every single one of her friends of being a drug addict when the friendship goes south?
Yes.
Every single one of them?
Yeah, it's true. It's true because now, hola, ¿cómo está? So like, it's true. So, me and Gina are now, what are we on? Addie's, I guess. We're on Addie's thing. And we're on all this and that. But let's talk about who's got a Suboxone prescription, Mindy.
Not me, girl. It ain't me.
Let's talk about it, baby. You want to talk about your poor dog? Well, honey, you got him on so many anxiety medications and melatonins. Honey, quit playing with me. You're hurting your own baby. Then to tell them that I am the one who did that to your dog through spell work. Look, you got to pick a struggle, babe. Either I am the shit or I ain't shit. I can't.
I heard the sister-in-law threw fentanyl in the yard and poisoned the dog, and now he's got kidney failure, and that's how he's going to pass. That's the story I heard.
Gina, in my opinion, honey, I feel like what I truly, truly feel like, honey, is that she wants to talk so much bull mess on his family so that it's like a narc move, right? So they want him to be isolated. They want him to be alone, like they have no support. And I think that's exactly what's going on. And she looked like she blamed Candace too. So it's like, pick a struggle, babe. Her lies be clashing so much. You should be like, Miss Honeybee, I dug into your Facebook 10 years ago and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, dude, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you loving yourself today? Because it is giving that you're not. Okay. And she says that she don't care, but she does. She definitely does care. And she said, I can't wear leopard now because now I'm pretending to be her. I mean, it's wild. Okay. But I have faced so many months of slander, defamation, horrible things, putting my initiation in her mouth when my spirits don't even recognize her. It's horrible. Don't speak on a true initiated practitioner when you claiming to be a blood-born voodoo priestess. That's not a thing.
Facts. I wanted to come up here just real quick, just really, really quick, because I really didn't have a lot to say because I like to utilize binding spells. Y'all can keep talking about me and I'll just keep getting richer. The more you speak my name, the more I'll just continue to hear those coins drop. But I did want to address this real quick because I want to let you guys know that while you come in the lives and you say that outing these things is great and and you're making posts about it, you're behind the scenes perpetuating drama and you don't even know me. Wicked Willow in the comments. I'm going to say this once and hopefully you heed this as a warning. You do not know me. And you're speaking as if you do know me behind work that Mindy and Lucky told you. I would advise you to do divination or get somebody that's not even close to the work to divinate for you to get that answer. Because I received a screenshot, ma'am, of you talking some hella shit that I know you wouldn't say to my face. And you do not know me. I do not know you. So for you to speak on me, my business, and my nail page is none of your business, first of all. Second of all, do you know that I had to make a separate nail page on my account because of the mass reporting due to racists and incels? But you want to talk about it, and that's okay. You keep talking about it because those Freddy Krueger nails pay my mortgage and all my bills, okay? And secondly, I'm going to reiterate this. I have screenshots for this. So while you're bumping your gums to people you think are your friends, they're in my inbox showing me what you're saying. You guys half the time think you're safe running around talking about everybody that you're talking about, perpetuating drama.
We see everything. We see everything.
And when I came in here and I asked you, because I don't even know you, I thought you were Kara, to be honest with you, because your screenshot on your profile picture looked like Kara. So I was like, who is this? And people started sending me, this is who it is, this is who it is. I'm seeing videos. I don't even know you.
Candace,
Do you want to box Wicked Willow?
I will stand up for you for a second in this, Candace. Willow, you were in Kirk Dwayne's inbox trying to get a house for you and your child. You did not even know him. So you really have no room to judge anybody or to say anything.
Well, I mean,
about
my
anybody.
mama used to tell me there's always going to be people who talk about you. And like I said, I utilize binding jars. You can continue talking about me, but that
do you want to get up in a box, love?
Will just continue to put money in my account. But you don't know me. When I came in this live,
Listen,
you said
can't
something
be
like,
down there being a
I
goddamn
should know
bitch.
you.
You come up here and you speak to her.
You said,
Hell
I
no.
should know you. You
Then
said,
you
I
shut
should
up.
know you because you
Yeah,
put
one at a
protective
time.
words over Lucky.
Then that person shuts up. If they don't come and talk in the live,
So you
then they
said,
shut up.
so Wicked, you said that I should know you because you put protective words over Lucky, but I want to make sure you do realize I never threw on Lucky that was Bruja, and Lucky and Bruja both admitted it and squashed that beef between themselves 2 years ago. But you're perpetuating drama behind me, supposedly hexing Lucky's son, or you put words up on his son, and I should know who you are. What are you talking about?
First of all, I want to make this very clear. If you want to talk to me, you can come to my fucking inbox.
Nah, this is the
I
live
did
voice. Let's
not
hash it
say
out.
shit but to one person about what you and Jane Gang did. Okay? Only one fucking person. So I know who fucking said that to you and sent you screenshots. I
don't
actually
care if
fucking
you
blocked
know.
your accounts. I am talking. I have blocked your accounts. I have purposely not talked you. I do not want to talk to Lucky. I don't want to talk to any of y'all because I have been through nothing but fucking hell. I don't talk about anybody. If you go on my fucking pages, both of
bet you
them, my
do, and I got
YouTube and my
screenshots.
Instagram, you go on my Instagram and shit.
I'm not doing
I'm
all
not
that.
talking about anybody. I don't have posts up. Now I got hundreds of fucking screenshots. It's nothing but everybody else that I don't post. I don't have the time. My health has been degrading. Do you know that I'm in and out of the fucking hospital all the fucking time? But does anybody have the time or patience to even fucking care? No.
Maybe you should
So
shut your
fuck
mouth on
you
people in
and
matters
bye.
that you don't know about, and you wouldn't be going through so much shit. Period. So you just confirmed that you don't know me because I don't know you. Your personal issues don't got nothing to do with me. But yeah, I got screenshots of you talking cash shit. I don't know you. You're just perpetuating drama between my mutuals. And one of those people that you were talking about is one of my nail ambassadors. Like, what? What?
Yeah.
What?
You know, so, and she was begging. She came in my Instagram begging. She was like, please don't put me in the series. I'm like, what this little girl do?
And
Right?
I don't even know this person, but I get
Right.
screenshots. I get people sending me stuff, and I don't care. I'm just giving you the opportunity to clear up whatever error you think that you got with me. And clearly, you do have issues, but they ain't with me.
So I
You
went
know
to
what? If I could just say something, I have never had any personal issues with Candy. As a matter of fact, we were mutuals before the falling out with Mindy. Okay. And I had to make an executive decision literally after not being able to take the drama anymore to like pick a side, right? And I never jumped on the bandwagon or making any crazy videos or being in comments or feeding into the bullshit. I just ignored it, right? If it wasn't a positive video, I just kept moving. But long story short is I was fed information that changed my opinion about certain people that were completely made up pathological lies. And I feel like this may be a similar situation because Willow is what I know her as. She was probably fed a lot of information as well. You know, and she very well may have a bad opinion of you based on things that she's not willing to
The
speak out on.
pastor and the middleman.
Which is why
Maybe you should
I
hit her up
began
and
by
see what
saying
she has
that a
to
lot
say.
of people have been through this before. A lot of people have perpetuated drama where there isn't any. And Mindy and Lucky being the biggest problematic, pathological, incel people on this internet, you're going to get a lot of misinformation from them. And if they fed you misinformation about me, like I've said time and time again, come to my inbox. Why should I have to come to yours? You're making video after video and screens, like messaging people. I don't even know that we got a problem, but you do. So you should come to mine. But I told Stormy the same thing. She making videos, putting me on lists. You can DM me at any time. You said you blocked me. So unblock me, throw me a DM, and I'll message you back. Everybody will even tell you, even in the realms of Jane Gang, like I always get in trouble. She always be like, you too fucking nice. You're too fucking nice.
I'm
Like,
going to
you ain't
interrupt,
nothing.
and I'm going to interrupt here because I do have something to say. If your mental health or your physical health is at you, maybe put the phone down and stay off social media and the drama and things like that that will perpetuate your stress and not have you well. Do you know what I mean? And that's all I'm going to say because she was up saying that she was physically unwell. And the last thing you need is to be on a fucking hash it out live. Do you get me?
Facts.
So just look after yourselves, guys, you know?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I do feel like if a private conversation took place there, you guys could clear some air. I'm not saying be
Yeah.
friends, but clear some air.
Yep,
Find out the truth.
absolutely. In the comments, I even tried, even right there, and this isn't the time or place, but you're continually making videos. You're continually talking behind my back, but you won't say it to my face. Then either say it to my face or stop messaging. And if you don't, then like I said, just heed the warning that I'm giving you because I'm actually a nice practitioner and I'm giving you a warning that if you continue to talk about me, it's not going to be well on you. And that's not, I'm not saying I'm going to hurt you. I'm just saying that my ancestors love me and I'm going to leave it at that.
And listen, guys, let me make it real clear what these lives are for as well. These lives have turned into people speaking their truth and being heard by their peers on Witch Talk so that there is none of this shady shit behind the scenes, whispering going on. And anyone is welcome to stand up and tell their truth, okay? No judgment. Stand up and speak your truth. So don't be like, oh, they went for them. Yeah, we heard them. That's
right.
why we're here. It's so that they can speak and be heard, right? And that's it. And if you are too sensitive, and I'm being nice, if you are too sensitive to come and hash it out, shut up about it then. But you're not going to shut the rest of us up. We are entitled to have our say, and we are just as valid. And we all will keep giving people a space to tell their truth.
Speaking
No
of
matter how
truth,
much you complain about it.
speaking
And
of
you know
truth,
what? A woman to woman. I mean, let's think about this, okay? We've finally reached a time where we can be a woman-owned business, right? A small business, but a reputable business and a good business, and really make something out of it. Why
Your
would
nails
another
are
woman
fly
bash that
candy.
shit? Why would you bash that shit? Why would
Yeah.
you not promote and encourage that? Like,
Right?
come on.
Oh, it's bad. You know, she's been saying that I'm on welfare and I collect food stamps, and she said that my readings are trash.
So what if you do, though?
That's
So
what I'm
what if
saying.
you're on welfare? So what if you click? So what, like?
It's wild.
I
to
don't
me.
get it.
I
Who
don't.
cares?
I don't. Because there's so many people who out there who do need that kind of thing. So when they start
Right.
with the content, what are they going to feel like? Like, oh, well, what if I got food? Maybe I'm not, you know, or she bashes people's gifts because she's unable to divinate on her own. That just means she needs to work on it. You know, she could do the same thing I do, but she refuses to do that, so it's leaving her stagnant. That's not my
Or perpetuating drama between people within the witch talk community. I'm in a few different communities, but this is my main one. So when Bruja, let's talk about it, when she had her main page, I put plenty of videos up how she was directing people on her YouTube and her Instagram to go mass report me.
Yes.
And shut my page down. And she knew full well that I was in the middle, at this time, almost 4 years ago, I was in the middle of a separation from a domestic violence situation. And I was trying literally my hardest to raise myself out of that situation, as well as my kids. And unbeknownst to her, I didn't leave my kids behind, but I adopted even his and took care of 8 kids that were not mine while running my own business, while consistently combating her mass harassment and weaponizing her community to attack me. I had to put my page on private and work 10 times as hard when TikTok Shop came out with Loveful Nails for $12.99. We really had to just grind and go as hard as we could for our own small businesses. And then when I took the opportunity to market myself where I needed to and reach out, made peace lives with people that deserved peace, made peace lives. And me and Honey was able to squash things. Me and Honey had a beautiful relationship before Mindy stuck her stank self in there. And because of us mending our relationship, Spirit blessed it on my end and hers.
Yes.
And because of her ambassadorship alone, I have had to go make a separate page so that TikTok doesn't ban my main one because of new guidelines. And people like you who consistently say, who does she think she is? I am exactly who I think I am. And I am who my ancestors created me to be. And I will continue to be. And anybody that stands on that line 10 toes across from me to try to put me down into the face of the dirt will eat their dirt every time. And every time y'all get mad that I block you and you come back a year later and say, why'd you block me? And I give you the screenshots, do not get mad at me. Because that's
Someone is always going to have a problem with what you do. You just have to not care. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Someone is always going to try and rip you down. Someone's always going to say you're doing it wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you
And
know
y'all
what
are
I
going to
think
take
of
this
women?
page, so you have a chance. If you got a problem with me, you can say it now, because this page, my business, I'm fighting tooth and nail for.
Absolutely. And we should
That's so
all be
funny.
helping our women should be helping women. Honestly, guys, do you know what I mean? And this is what I'm going to say. You know, someone brought it up in the comments there going, oh, she puts people down that stay at home, that aren't kept. Do you know what I say? If you're at home getting kept, you're winning. If you're out grassing and earning money, you're winning, right? It doesn't matter. Live the life you want to live. Stop ripping other people down. I was a childcare worker. I was a stay-at-home mum when my kids were young. My best friend was a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar worldwide company. And we made it work because I minded her kids when she went and ran a business, right? You know what I mean? And we're polar opposites, and we're still best friends. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't judge other women. Help them,
Can I
you
just
know?
say something? So, for anybody that's interested, Candy, when she gets round to it, is actually designing me a set of Scottish witch nails because it just sounds awesome and I'm really excited about it. Okay.
Well,
So
I have a whole Pinterest board. As soon as you said that, I slid over to my laptop and I started pulling up Pinterest boards. And I have 3 that I'm going off of, and I have so many different designs on them that I can't even fit them on 15 nails. So it's probably gonna be like 25 because I can't scratch any of the designs off. They're too good.
I am okay with that. I'm so
I
excited.
love,
90,
I
Jordan.
love that you love what you do. That's what I love. I
Absolutely.
love the love that you have for what you do, and I support that 100%. I don't care if it's painting fucking lollipop sticks. I don't care, right? I love that you love
Thank
what
you.
you do,
And
no matter what it is.
I'm just going to
Yep,
jump
Callie
in there,
does
Candy.
too.
Candy, I'm just going to say, when you two's offers, I'll take a set as well.
I'll actually be posting them tomorrow. I'm super excited for them.
Oh, look at this funny things. I like those leopard ones.
Oh yeah, I did those too.
Oh,
Ruha said she couldn't wear leopard no more. I said bet.
Schmecky.
I'm getting buried in
Right?
leopard.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna hop down in case anybody else wants to hop up. You guys were so beautiful.
Well done,
and I
Candy.
love your
We can
lives.
work that out.
Well done for lifting and making it work. So, you know,
Absolutely.
making your kids proud of their mama. Marie?
Thank
Is
you, ladies.
Rose Pine Needle still
Thank
here?
you.
No, she's not now. She keeps watching from the outside because she doesn't know about the new TikTok updates. So she's not. But she's
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for letting me have the space to finally speak my truth about Mindy. Thank you. It's
very
been a
welcome,
lot. It's been a
honey.
lot. It's been a lot on my spirit. It's been a lot to deal with. It's just been so much. And eventually, like Gina said it's so perfect. When it is your turn, when you have finally had enough, I'll be
When you have finally had
thank you.
New Oak.
And I love you guys. You be good to yourself, and I'll be in the comments. Okay.
Good night, sweetheart.
All right.
It
Bye
was
bye.
nice to meet you.
So could I speak another wee thing about so last week Rose has messaged me, she's like, good for you, come and say it to my face, lass, stop hiding behind it. Anyway,
No one's recording Oak's thing actually sometimes and puts an echo out, but he's not recording. That's why he has to mute. Sorry, Safa, go on.
no, it's alright, babe, it's fine. Right, so last week you've all seen myself and some of the Scottish creators laying down firm boundaries in regards to Jessica Daniels, who is now Holly Autumn or whatever the fuck she's changed her name to. And she put out a 9-minute video saying, I don't care, I'm done with you, but I've got this to say. She done that today. Okay, and she's been putting out a lot of other videos. Now, this creator has got me worried a wee bit in regards to where they are in themselves at the moment, because some of the stuff that they have been putting out, specifically the night of the live that it happened, the Peace Live last week, she went onto live and she was saying some really concerning things about herself and what she wanted to do with herself, which was not very good.
Healthy.
Yeah. Unhealthy. So in regards to that, I want to say my boundaries are still very much in place. And I won't be emotionally manipulated into changing my boundaries. I don't care how many videos that are being put out. Also, the videos that have been put out and everything that I've seen on that since then has reaffirmed that my boundaries are in the right place. However,
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you there, because someone said you were pretty mean last week. I was there by seeing it. They were not mean. They were quite respectful in saying their boundaries. And you forget that there is more behind the scenes. And, you know, that girl, Jessica, had actually come to me in a live that wasn't a live like this. It was just my own live, and had talked to me about it and said they blocked her. And I had a conversation with her. I'm sure a lot of people were on that live about respecting other people's boundaries, okay? And that even though it's not nice, you have to respect people when they block you and not take it too personal. Just get on with your life, okay? She still came into the live, got into a box and asked the question, okay? If you are going to ask a question, it does not mean that the answer you're going to get is going to be one that you like. What she wanted was to know why. She now found out why, and she's not happy about it. But they were not disrespectful to her. They were very respectful in telling her their boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's just how it is. Like, if you don't like how I present something to you, then don't come to me and ask me a question, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The thing is, though, is the way that I put it forward to her was the second time that I've had to do that with her.
Right.
And the first time I was soft and she didn't hear me. The second time she heard me. Okay. And that was after I blocked her. She specifically seeked us out to ask those questions and then self-imploded on a live because she didn't like what she heard. If you don't like, Jessica and Nico, if you don't like how people are going to say things to you after they've already said it to you in a nice way, then don't come to us and come and cry at us and finger point at us and make us out to be bullies, because that's not what happened.
And let me make it very clear, right? Because this is something from the outside I have seen. It doesn't matter whether you agree with their boundaries or not. It's their boundaries that they were setting down. It doesn't matter if you're like, oh, that's not a valid boundary. It's a valid boundary to them. We don't get to say what is and isn't their boundaries. Okay? And I'm looking at people going, they're actually belittling someone because of their boundaries. No, we don't get to do that.
Healthy. They're
He was
healthy.
calling me mum
Right?
constantly.
They're there for a
That's
reason.
not okay.
And Rose coming on her wee video the day and saying that's a compliment. Maybe for fucking Rose it's a compliment. But for Zafa it's not. And if she'd come to me and said the same thing, I wouldn't take it as a compliment. I've got 3 kids, I don't need another one.
If I got on this live and I said if someone uses the term witch, I'm going to drop them, that's my boundary. And someone used witch and I dropped them, tough shit. I stated my boundary. It's my live, it's my space, and I drop you. It's on you for using the word I don't want you to use when you're around me and in my space.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the boundary is. A boundary is a boundary.
I also,
Okay?
right, exactly. And can I point something out that no one has brought up yet? Everybody was very respectful. Nobody called her names. Nobody made any threats. Nobody was yelling. Nobody was teasing or tormenting or bullying at all. They were answering the questions that were being asked. Number one. Number two, she dropped out of the live and then made a very wild ass, threatening, crazy, off the wall video. And nobody is pointing out the fact that that video was threatening, was bullying, was fucking weird. Nobody is pointing that out. So the reason why they're not pointing that out is really fucking simple, because they already want us to look like the bad guys. They want us to be the bad guys. We're not allowed to have boundaries. We
We're
can
not your mom.
tolerate and take it all, and everybody else can do and say and behave however the fuck they want.
No.
Yeah, no, it was totally
Let me. How many times since last week's live have I had to say, this is a live of peers. Nobody is nobody's mother. Nobody is nobody's judge. We're not bringing down a hammer. This is peers. You are among peers here. So if you don't like what you hear, that's just tough fucking shit for you. I'm sorry. It's tough shit. We can't control how people feel and how people think. End of story.
I mean, I was pretty nice. I mean, I said to her, I wish you all the very best. I don't wish you any ill, but we're not going to be friends because you crossed my boundaries. And when you cross my boundaries, you're fucking gone.
Like, how are we at the stage where we have to explain boundaries to people and what they mean? And we can't get mad at people for stating their fucking boundaries, lads. Do you know what I mean? No doesn't mean yes. No means no. Yes means yes. The boundary is a boundary. Full stop.
Let's just say in theory that somebody named like Heather, okay, has had multiple child losses, and somebody named Jasmine comes along and is calling her mom. And it's extremely alarming and upsetting and triggering for them, and they just don't want to be called mom. And they block that person because they're not respecting boundaries. Is that okay? Does it have to be an extreme like that for it to be okay? Or can we just have boundaries without giving everybody in the world a fucking explanation?
But
as to
listen,
why
we've
you're not cool
been
with it?
here. We've been here. People wanted to call me mum, and what did I say? I said, no, please don't call me mum. You can call me auntie, I don't mind. Big sister even. Do you know what I mean? But I am not comfortable with people calling me mum either. And how come it was okay for me to say that all these years I've been on TikTok? I don't like anyone calling me mum.
Yeah, you've your own
So what's
fucking
the
kids.
issue?
It's not
Right?
that
I
though.
have two kids. I've birthed 2 kids. I'm their mother, no one else's. Okay?
A lot of us work in professional settings, so you can't be called mum. Do you know that way? You can't be doing it because it breaks boundaries. It breaks codes. There's codes of conduct. There's codes of honor. Do you know that way? And if you can't respect someone's boundaries, then you don't respect them. Let's be real.
And I don't have to explain why I'm uncomfortable with other people calling me mum. I'm just letting them know I don't want to be called it. And it was the same with Safa, and it was the same with everyone else that said why. That's just the way it is. So I don't understand why people are like they were mean to her. They weren't mean to her. They told her, they answered her question, they laid down their boundaries, and they were respectful. They didn't threaten her. They weren't like, you're this. No. She got upset. It was sad to see her getting upset. I don't think anyone wanted to see her get upset. It was obvious that she was hurt. And that's sad. It is sad. And the last thing I said to her before she left was, go and have self-care. Give yourself self-care. She didn't. She went and did a horrible TikTok. Right? You know what I mean? But listen, this is an over 18s live, and nobody here is responsible for your mental health, okay? If you are spiraling or you haven't, everyone has mental health issues, first of all, right? Okay? Everyone has mental health issues. Nobody is responsible for anyone else's. It's on to you to control them. Stop expecting witch talk to wrap you in cotton wool and treat you a certain way because of your mental health issues. It's not going to happen. No.
Kaz, I'm just going to jump in here and answer Nigella when she's saying it wasn't about our words, it was about how they said it. Well, I'm sorry. I was straight. I was to the point. I was calm. Okay? You don't give offence, you take offence. If she couldn't take my calm words, just because I'm straight to the point, that ain't my problem. I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm 51.
And that's not fair. That's the way we are on this side of the pond. That's the way we just speak. Look at the Irish and Scottish people here. We are all the same in how we communicate. This is normal to us.
Straight to the point. Yeah.
We're just, and I know you find it very straight and harsh, but it's not. This is us communicating nicely. If we were being rude, there would be an onslaught of foul language coming out of our mouth.
How many times
honestly
before my no gets taken seriously? That's sounding very grape culture.
That's what I'm trying to say. A boundary is a boundary, a no is a no. Okay.
Nicely. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to be firm in your nose in that kind of setting. So why is it use your brains? Like, use your brains.
There's a box
But
there.
listen, I see if people are getting confused because they feel sorry for her, that's okay. You can feel sorry for her. I felt sorry for her. I didn't want to see her getting upset. But a boundary is still a boundary. And
Lindsay, it's definitely a Lancashire thing. It's a northern thing, a Scottish thing, and an Irish thing. I mean, my dad's from Lancashire, and he'll tell you to fuck off as soon as look at you. So,
well, that's
So I
the
want
thing.
to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's the thing, though. Do you know, it's how many times before have you had to set the boundaries before it to actually be, and for her still to come in and ask that question? Do you know, it's ridiculous. It's like setting yourself up.
They did nothing wrong. They set down a boundary. It's sad she's upset. I'm sorry she's upset, but there's absolutely no need to come and attack these creators. I was hosting the live I see, and they were not rude. They were not disrespectful. And they simply answered her question.
Yeah,
and,
no one's saying she's a bad person. No
Yes.
one's calling her names. No one's being mean to her. You know?
No, there was a comment that was missed about the bringing up neurodivergence, and just so I want to speak on that for just a second because I am neurodivergent. And the comment was that as a fellow neurodivergent person, they saw another neurodivergent person who was hurt by what had been said and the tone. And I will say that as a neurodivergent person, when it was initially being delivered to me, it was like, oh, that's kind of harsh, but like, what's going on? Why is this harsh? Right? And it was firm, not mean. It was very firm. As a neurodivergent person, though, as you guys were explaining it, because you guys did do a good job of explaining very thoroughly why it had to be set and said so firmly in that tone, because this was not the first time. And sometimes as neurodivergent people, we don't read the tone. And so it is important that the tone is set firmly so that we know, okay, this is the boundary that's been set. And niceness, we don't read sometimes. We read that as an invitation to
Is
continue
it not also
pushing it.
better, I find, as a neurodivergent person, when people are straight with you, instead of you have to
Yes.
try to figure out what they're saying? I much prefer
Yes.
when someone says exactly what they're thinking and exactly what they mean.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said, Nico. That's how we communicate. Nico, people can't hear you for some reason.
I can hear
her.
I can hear you, but a few people in the comments have said they can't hear you.
And even that there is what you do is
They can't hear you, hon.
No one can hear you, Nico.
Log out and log back in. Pop out and pop back in. They can't hear you.
see
Hi.
there is you should
Hi,
look
Oak.
at who was being harsh, who was being this, who was being whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't think anybody was because of who says it and what was said. Do you know that way? I know Nico, I know Safa, I know Diane. I know they're not harsh people. They're very fair. They take everything by case, and
No,
they would
no,
say,
the thing is, Chris, they can be harsh. And they
"No,
were
I
to
know
you.
that there, but that is not them being harsh."
I was being nice.
You know what I mean? I know they can, and I've heard them and I've seen them. So to me, that was not. But if you're going to make a 9-minute video, you will see them being fucking harsh, and they've every right to do so because their boundaries were set and broke and said again.
So I hope that explains. Sorry, can you hear Nico now, guys?
Okay, can you guys hear her now?
Can you hear her now? Yes or no? Talk, Nico. No. No,
Nico,
they can't hear you.
you're right for me and Zoff to just paraphrase what you were saying, if people can't hear you. Aye. Right, basically, what Nico, shout at me if I'm wrong here, but basically, Jessica's made a 9-minute video calling one of us a bitch, calling somebody else out as well. You know, she just wanted to be nice to us. She just wanted to help us. She just wanted to join our coven. I'm solitary, so I don't have a coven. You know, now for me personally, there were, like Nico said, there were conversations held in the background where I don't know what Nico's conversation with her was. I don't know what Zaf's conversation with her was. Mine was, oh, I'd really like to send you some power, some energy. No, thank you. I've got my own power, my own energy. Thanks for the offer, but no, thank you. And then it was, oh, but I'm sending it to you anyway. No, I don't want it.
Yeah,
That's,
it was like, can you feel like this ringing in your right ear?
yeah.
So we have all had private conversations with Jessica behind the scenes, asking her to stop, boundaries put up, and then for her to come into that live last week and called us, we thought we'd addressed it, it was called out, it was done and dusted, and then she made, as Diane said, a 9-minute video, basically calling one as a bitch, calling me out for pulling her up for a video that she stitched about my child's belongings using the word text. Sorry, that makes me feel uncomfortable, but that's a boundary, and I've already set it in private, and now you're want to hear it publicly. Well, here we fucking go then. We're in public. Like, do you know what I mean?
Don't forget that Jessica requested a box, got up and asked the question.
Yeah, and
she just didn't like the answer.
For people
okay?
saying that we were mean to her, no, we were only mean to her because we've had the conversations privately and we were ignored. So we were firm in what we were saying, and that's it.
I mean, like,
okay, so I'm putting that to bed. I don't want to hear anyone else saying they were mean. They weren't. The live is on my YouTube. Go and watch the interaction.
Yeah, I'll jump down
the
guys so somebody else can get up. But thank you.
Okay,
I just had to get that out there. I was
love you, Nico.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye bye.
But like Chris said, we weren't being mean. We were being straight. But if she wants me to be mean, I could be fucking mean. You know.
Do you know what? I don't think there's any need to be mean to her. I think just the people knowing the truth is enough.
Yeah. I mean, I blocked her and she'll stay blocked. And that's it. I told her I don't wish her any ill, but
yeah, I think if the people will understand now if they go watch the live and understand, you know, we're all adults here. She got up, she asked a question, she just didn't like the answer, and there's nothing can be done about that. Just because she wants to be in with a certain group of people doesn't mean that they have to let her. That's not how the world works, guys. Okay. If she doesn't click with a certain group, she doesn't click. Hi, Opie. Okay.
Do we know that Pandora's here?
Who?
Hello. Is Pandora here?
I don't think so. No.
Hi. Is it okay?
Hi. But I think if that's been addressed, I think Miami wants to address that.
Oh, thank you.
I think everyone is trying to say something first, and then there's a box for Miami, and if someone else wants to pop up, I'll drop down.
Well, yeah, I think Oak could drop down because he's echoing all over.
Am I echoing bad?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
I can hear you fine.
One sec.
What's wrong with everyone's mics?
Can't hear me?
I don't know, and I'm not being.
I have no clue. Can you hear me?
Hold on a minute
there's
now.
Comments disappearing. Like Andrew couldn't at me down here.
Oh, I couldn't do it either. I can't at anybody down there. I can only just say a sentence, but not tag anybody. Nobody.
Yeah, I was trying to do Weird Witch, say hello to him earlier, and I couldn't.
Yeah, I had to try about 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to try talk now?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh.
Are you okay, Oak? Did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes, please.
No, Oak, sorry, Tweets. I'll get to you in a minute.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Is there something you wanted to say, hon?
Yeah, just once, because I know I heard a few people were a bit worried for me. Just wanted to let everyone know that I'm okay. I think last week with the last live that was on, and I was in the comments being the silly old oak that I am, being silly me, making everyone smile and laugh and joke and stuff. Not long after, I think it was the night or night after, I started dreaming a lot of war, but it was how can I explain? It was very strange, to be honest, because I was in the position of the dream. I wasn't a soldier or nothing. I was kind of like a evacuee, and just feel there was I don't know. Obviously, I know it's not come from none of yous because all yous are my friends and that, but I do feel that maybe someone who might have been in the comments didn't like what they were doing and threw something at me, and it half scared me because the dreams I was having was very felt quite targeted, if I'm being honest. Very
Well, I
targeted.
have banishing, loads of banishing on my page, hon.
Yeah.
And you know how to cleanse, right?
Yeah, of course, because like, don't get me wrong, the Tuesday when it came up, I went for a bike ride to kind of clear my mind, went for 3 hours straight, and when I got back, I could feel something really dense in the house, and I was like, this needs to be cleansed off. But then I sat 2-3 days after, well, I think it was like 2 days after, and on Thursday I put up that and kind of like stepping back from like the witch talk and that, because it's like, I don't
Never
realise like
ending.
yeah, but it's like it's been over a little while as well, like without like I'm led into things, like I don't realise of like how not as wise as I think I am, with like being led into things and allow myself to be like completely like triggered and allow myself to go into like spaces where, and like, it's been over a little while, and it's like, I know some people were worried that, like, I don't know, and my emotions this week have not really been regulated
You're
properly.
protecting your peace.
Yeah, pretty much, and everyone in this chat, yourself, Hex, Punk Rock, Chris, like Grammy, the Warriors, like I love you to pieces, you just never do.
We
Do you know what I
adore
mean?
you.
And like I know a few people were worried about me, and first of all, don't worry, seeing you in the corner face, all ears, and it's like. Of
That's what we're
course,
trying to do,
guys.
Oath. We're trying to clean it up so people are. You're not the only one getting run off the app. You're not the only one afraid to speak out.
Yeah, of
We're trying
course.
to clean our
I think
corner up as best we can.
We are. We're trying.
definitely.
And we're
I
gonna
know.
lose some people in the long run, but it's there's gonna be more
That's
good than
fine.
bad that comes from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like it was just being like a bit of a scare for me, because I don't realize like that I'm not as wise as other people on this path, and like I feel I feel like I'm just too mentally sensitive for a lot of things that go on the witch talk. I feel like like there's a lot of people out there who will just throw out things at people for absolute just stupid reasons
Yes.
that are not, and like I'm not as skillful as others, and I'm being honest,
You
I'm
have
probably
to
more.
be.
Yeah,
You
I'm
shouldn't
more
have to be
pagan.
with these people.
Definitely. I'm
You
I'm
know.
more pagan than witch. Do you know what I mean? I like to more honor the ancestors, the gods, the earth. I'm more of an honor and worship, and more than kind of like a practitioner of witchcraft. Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of like, and like
But
I'm
you've
not
got
like.
some badass witches looking out for you. Do you know what I mean?
I know, guys.
So
I know,
you
and I
keep
do
that
love
into
it.
the things.
Of
Trust
course, of
us.
course.
If you
You
don't
do
trust
what you have to do to protect
trust
your
us.
peace, Oath.
Absolutely. I
Definitely,
love
but like
your
Everyone.
beautiful soul. I absolutely
Yeah.
love your beautiful, colorful soul.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love yous too. I really do. It's just like I feel like because of that disturbance that really like felt like it really infiltrated. Like I'm just like if it's not bringing me peace, then I need to like protect myself, because I am mentally sensitive,
Listen,
and
we will always love you, and you can
Ah.
go and come as you please. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about this going, Alex, not on which. No, doesn't matter. Reach out to us whenever you want for a chat.
Of course.
Pop into a live whenever you want for a chat, but you look after
Yeah.
your mental health first,
That's like kind of like what I'm going to be doing, really. I think it's more to do with I need to like the chariot, like take grip of like the wild horses that are running my mind through like mad shit, that I just need to get a grip of them, you know what I mean, and like need to realise that I'm running my own chariot, like not the wild horses taking me mad for a wild ride. But it's like obviously, like when I put up that on my story the other day, like it's not like I wanted to like be like, oh, I'm going, goodbye. I'm not going anywhere technically. I'm just like, I just don't want to.
Step out, let us clean up this corner as best as we can, and then back in you can come. Do you know what
Well,
I
that's
mean?
what I'm saying. Like definitely, but I'm speaking on this for other people as well who might be listening, who
Yeah.
are mentally sensitive to this kind of stuff as well. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the only thing you can do really is just like remember, just take your step back. You know what I mean? At the same time, and like I think like the dream I had was absolutely mad, but the only sign I got was this wooden train with all these mad weapons on it, but the only thing that was in the back was this little box full of hagstones and acorns, and obviously that was a call to retreat Do you know what I mean? It was literally the call to retreat, like, and like obviously, like, I absolutely like it
Not
was
to the Irish, it's not.
definitely, literally, definitely. It's the only
Call
like
to arms.
We can do with
definitely.
headstones and acorns, Oak.
Literally, it was about this whole wooden train. Like, it was absolutely like phenomenal. But like, the only thing
We
was
don't
this
need
little.
that.
Yeah, it was
You
absolutely.
can have the
That was
train.
the
We'll
only.
take the hagstones and acorns.
Definitely, I think that's like the most positive message I could got from that dream was the acorns and hagstones. I was like, oh, okay. So that was definitely like a thing. But like, I feel like that, like within like the witch talk community, I'm definitely more of like the civilian, more than kind of like the guards, the guardians, the friggin' soldiers, the friggin', the rankins. You know what I mean? I'm kind of more of like, the civilians on the side guards, and like I do have some teachings. And I love it and that, but it's like I know some people did get a bit worried with that post, but it wasn't like a post of like saying I'm leaving you, so I'm never speaking. That's why I said like anyone who was my friends on
You
this.
can't get away from us.
I know.
We know.
No, of
We know.
course.
Well, we know. We
I know.
understand.
Yeah,
and absolutely pop in and pop out whenever you need to. Okay. So we're going to move on to Tweets, who has been waiting
Definitely.
patiently, but has something to say.
Of course, but before you move on, I just want to say I love you so. Thank you for giving me a little bit of time
Love
just
you
to
too,
explain
yeah.
that. And I'll
Too, little
definitely.
bro.
I love you all so much, and I'll
You're a
definitely pop
beautiful
in and see you
soul,
all
and we
very soon.
adore you. Okay.
Okay, thank you guys. Love yous.
Bye. Sorry, Tweets. Thank you for being patient and waiting.
Okay, so I'll be really quick. This is for Nikki. Nikki, I messaged you a couple of times and you've not responded. I'm a Jane Ganger, by the way, 100%. Before there was Jane Gang, I was a Mystic Misfits. I am a ride or die. Nikki, you came on the live the other day and you talked about how you altered text messages. And you apologized, but you apologized to a group of us. But there were certain ones that you put me under the bus and you made me feel like I was crazy. I think that was so wrong of you because you speak on mental health, you advocate for it, and you made me feel like I was losing my shit. I think one of the biggest things in spiritual practices is there is a fine line between psychosis and your practice. And sometimes you doubt yourself and you go to others and you speak about it. But when somebody really plays that string and then you come on here and you justify your actions, to me, accountability is saying that you're sorry, accepting what others have to say, and that's they're not saying anything as a response. Anything with however, therefore, but, I couldn't help it, that all is a justification, and it is wrong. I have you blocked, and I really don't want an apology from you, but I want everybody else on this app and in this community to see that you play any string that you can get your hands on, and you don't give a flying fuck, excuse my language,
I hear your tweets. You're doing great. Come on. Of course, if you want to.
who you hurt. The other thing I want to make very clear is I'm a Jane Ganger. It is in my bio. I am a ride or die. If I have hurt you because I have posted something, I apologize, but I will tell you, I will not take it down because I am an honest person. I do not dirty delete. I do not hide things, and I do not put things on private unless somebody asks me to. And if I have you on blocked, it is because not only have you hurt somebody in Jane Gang, but y'all don't know me. And that is so amusing sometimes to me because I see everything in all communities and I see who says what to who to when, and that's why I block you. It's not always because of Jane Gang. And the other thing I want to make perfectly clear before I leave, I love Jane and my family. Jane is my cult leader, and she is my leader. Never, ever, 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 ever in my entire life has she ever
Cult
manipulated.
leader in a playful way, right?
Yes,
In a
but
good way.
but to be perfectly honest with you, I'm a writer. I have cults in all kinds of things. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I've been in 2 serious cults before that really messed me up. I can talk about the Starseed community to a degree, and I was part of another one, so I know the signs. I love Jane. She's authentic. She doesn't BS. And if she said what she said, that's how it is. And the group is like that, and I am like that. But if I block you sometimes, it's because I see other things too, and I don't play with snakes. And this is what I'll say before I leave. My husband is from the South, and his daddy used to tell him, snakes change their skins all the time, but they never change their path. So I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful night.
Okay.
Night,
Thanks,
night.
Tweets. We hear you.
Thank you.
We hear you, Boo. Diane, sorry I popped you down. I thought one of the mods wanted to come up. If you want to send an invite, I'll pop you back up home. Sorry about that. I wasn't being rude. I mean, I might have to play musical chairs, guys.
You know what I'm loving though? I am loving the reclaimness of cults because a lot of people were damaged from cults.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it clear though that it was a full
it's awesome.
cult, not a
awesome.
sell all your belongings and wear white cult and move to an island cult, right? Just because you know what tomorrow TikTok will be like, okay?
I'm sorry
Let's just make it clear. It's a full cult.
I'm sorry that you've been dealing with Nikki there, Sweets. I've been calling out Nikki's behavior for a year already. It was disturbing last year. It continues to be disturbing. This last time on this live, she came here. She said she wasn't going to continue to do it. Yet she went onto Ursa's live to continue to be the little pest that they are. It's ridiculous what Nikki does. And the fact that they're just a child that has no mental stability to even handle all the issues that they continue to cause, and they don't see that they continuously perpetuate these situations. Like, it's just disgusting, just disgusting.
Okay. Okay, anyone else got anything want to speak on? Grammy, you wanted to speak, didn't you?
I didn't really want to speak on anything other than the fact that we still have the Thief of Scotland's merry band of fuckery that we're still dealing with. And
Yeah, I'll make them aware of what they're doing to Scry and Seer, which is pretty fucking sick, actually. So, Green Witch has a page, Walking Tall Bear, where she puts all her shit up on, right? And she has released a voice clip of Rob when he got up on the first live and apologized, and they all were turning on him and blocking him, and his heart was broke. Because as far as he was concerned, he didn't throw anyone under the bus. He was just taking accountability for himself, right? She has released that, and which were 2 dogs and her have made that clip public of him crying. And when I say he is so upset, and it's so upsetting to hear, so yeah, that's, you know, they're just doing their normal childish fuckery, but that was pretty bad.
It
So I'm
is.
just making you
You know
aware.
what? It makes Rob look like the amazing person that they are. It is their loss that, you know, they lost such a good person that was very supportive to them. All they did by releasing that recording was show what a beautiful person Rob is, and how
Genuine and authentic.
and how manipulated it was, that because he apologized to people for something wrong that he did, they tried to belittle him and make fun of him because he cried. He was genuinely hurt by people he thought were his friends, who only manipulated and used him. So you know what? They can all go kick rocks with open toe shoes.
He upgraded.
And can I add to that? Do you know that he is younger than her children?
Yep.
She mightn't even know them.
Can I add to that? Now, Miami brought this to my attention the other day there, and like many other witch talkers, it kind of slid under the radar in the grand scheme of things. But did anybody notice what Witch with Two Dogs' name of his account was?
Witch's Bridal. Mm-hmm.
Witch's Bridal. Now, if anybody in here knows their history in regards to the witch trials, what was one of the things that was used to torture the witches and to silence them? It was
It's around their fucking mouth, their face, their head.
Yeah.
It's a head page.
Yeah.
And a thing that goes in their mouth and
Yeah.
holds their tongue down so they can't talk or say incantations. It's a torture device.
Still the witches bridal, Miami? Is it still the witch's bridal?
No,
I think he's changed it now.
The minute a video came out, he changed it.
But just so you can see, with all this anti-witch thing, like who really is the anti-witches on this app? Who are the fucking, Sabrina
That's
the teenage
thing,
witch, fucking
That's the
woman.
thing though, right? He really did show, with obviously him saying that he's not a witch, and then having a witch's bridal, it really does show that he is actually a witch pricker. He is a witch hunter. That is what he is here for. And he is targeting female witches and now Rob, but Rob's in the LGBT. I haven't yet seen Witch with Two Dogs go after a man that isn't in the LGBTQ community. He only targets men that are in same-sex relationships and women.
It is. It's giving huge Crusader vibes. But they all do. That entire group do.
Yep.
And look who they attack. They attack authentic, real, that can prove they are witches long before the fucking internet was a thing. They don't want us around because we have what they don't. And that's actual fucking knowledge and power.
Can we just, while we're
Right?
talking about that group, also bring up the fact that Wendy and Not So Old Crone, 2 days after my husband died, decided to hex not only me, but all my friends.
48 hours. They put more work on Grammy.
Crone also tried using CPS against me. CPS against me.
And I.
Fair lady, you are not indigenous. I proved it. Your entire family freaking recording things are on my YouTube. I don't care. Stay mad. You are a problem, and children should not be around you because of the problematic behavior that you
And
expose.
listen, I just gotta put it out there. Did you all see the TikTok where she told Rob he was a traitor because he should have supported her because she was white and he was white? Like, did you all miss that?
You're
Did you all
okay
miss
with
that?
the karma? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
You should have supported me because we're both palm colored. We're both
No.
white. It was like, what? You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get the photo to load.
I just
Their fucking supremacy shines through. It really does.
It does.
Did it load?
No.
Oh, damn it.
See your sexy face.
And listen, I just go to, there's a green screen now, you just have to hit on the phone, which should load.
I'm trying to hit
You
the
all
damn
remember her
Yeah.
dragging Derek. Dragged him, made a huge issue out of it because of something he did in his past with an animal. We have screenshots of her telling someone to two roosters in their magic.
I wish that Pandora was here so that I could address her anti-blackness behavior and speaking for the Native community as a woman that is one shade away from looking like freaking... I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to behave myself, but She has no
No,
right
listen,
to speak for the native
you can
community.
talk on it.
She had no right to speak for the native community
It
because
ain't
she
working.
was not even included in the way that she claims to be, and she has no right for her anti-racist behavior that she in the things that she says. And as a matter of fact, after I'm done with this live, I will post it on my YouTube, and everybody else can decide if it was racist or not, what she said, because I was very disturbed last night over what I read.
You're
Very
going to
disturbed
see
by
us
this
block a
statement.
lot of people. There's going to be a lot of shifts in our space, okay? Because a lot is coming in.
So Jane Gang, do me a favor. When you guys are done with this live, I will be posting a video that I think you guys would love to see.
But listen, I'm a white bitch in Ireland. I went to my PLC friends and I asked their advice. I stand 10 toes down on it. It felt wrong to me. And I went for advice off people I trust and I got it. So Pandora is blocked by me.
Another thing, if you have,
Damn.
if you're a person of color and you are sitting here allowing white people to attack other people of color for you in your defense, to me, that is wrong. I don't care what excuse you have, it is wrong. We shouldn't do that. But it goes based on the live that happened from the week before. So the reason that I'm very upset is because of the things that were said, specifically coming from a person like Pandora. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. We don't weaponize our white friends against people of color. We don't do that. We don't do that. So whoever was upset over that last week, we don't do that. We don't do that. And it
I'm
stems
gonna
from
make it real fucking clear. I am white, and I am not stepping into PLC business. And don't you dare ask me to do that.
And also, the internet isn't American centric. It's worldwide. It's worldwide. Do you know what I mean? So to ask fucking people to do that is fucking wild, wild.
There's one up there. It's the photo of the hex. When's one?
Can we talk about the photo they used of Grammy on that? Because that still pisses me off. Something
Yeah, go on,
shocking.
Chris.
See the photo they used of Grammy of that? That was Arj after her husband died, where she was forced to come onto the app to make a video. Why? Why was she forced to come on? Because not so old fucking crone had it all spread about the internet, spread about TikTok that her husband had passed. Like, whose place was that? Pretending that she was reaching out,
There,
Karen,
Peter.
that she was a fucking friend.
The photo of Grammy and that she's crying, it's when she had to come on and talk about her husband passing. That's the one Wendy used.
Oh, you guys haven't even seen half of the conversations that they were having. They were just really nasty, really nasty. And it's funny how they go around saying that people do background checks. A lot of the information that Wendy was spreading in her conversations with others and not so old crone and everybody can only have come from background checks, babe. And there's only one person sitting in the middle of that, and that is Miss Bree Spears.
So
Like,
they threw, we have proof that they threw on Grammy before her husband passed, and then they threw on Grammy again 48 hours after her husband had passed.
I've seen it all.
Within
And for
48
what?
hours.
For what? What did she ever do to Wendy? What? Because she was joining lives that were talking about a plagiarized book, because she was encouraging people to not drink corpse water?
Barnabas,
That
I
warrants
can
all
answer
this
that.
bullshit?
That's my
If
crime.
you
Hi, Eric.
if you go to Bad Day's page, she spoke up today on why Brie had a problem with her. It is because Brie wanted Bad Day to leave her husband for her, and Bad Day refused. And she's gone for Bad Day ever since. It's an unrequited love story. Oh, Eric, listen, they've been really trying to tap into your side of things, fishing for information. I've screenshots, I should send them to you and let you see. Do you know what I mean? But
Hey,
they've been
Eric, can you
trying.
come up for just a second? I wanna ask you something.
Let's not forget Big Daddy. She changed over Sky Daddy for Big Daddy. That was like 8 pages in that book alone.
Hey, my love.
Hey, what's
I've
going
been listening to
on?
club music all day thanks to you.
Um,
All day.
It
I
was
want to
amazing.
address something here.
I couldn't believe Teddy Swim did a freestyle like
That was
1980s,
badass.
like 1980s Roseland. I was like, what the
That was
hell?
badass. I was like, this belongs on a mixtape.
Hell yeah, it does. I don't know why it's not allowing me to. Hold on. All right, there we go.
There you go.
My thumbs are too fat. Sorry.
Relatable.
So what's up? What's going on?
Hey, Eric.
Who the hell is drinking corpse water? Hey, Grammy, Angela, how are you?
Now listen. The people that
I'm listening. Sorry.
the Bree Witch, Sabrina, and all that bunch, they have done a spoof page
Mm-hmm.
about us, and one of the videos that they have put up is about me and my initiation.
They put something about me?
About me,
Oh,
my initiation.
okay. Impalo.
Yes.
Okay.
And I wanted you to speak on my initiation that you know,
Mm-hmm.
where it shuts these motherfuckers up about, was I initiated into Apollo or was I not initiated into Apollo? Was I a part of the ATRs or am I not a part of the ATRs, and where my role lies in it?
Well, she belongs to a house called Vence Batalla Santo Cristo Buen Viaje. All right. So that goes without saying. Her padrino is Mauri Herrera, who's Remolino, he's a Remolino Vence Batalla, something like that, His father was a gangulero. They're all from Havana, Cuba. They're all Santo Cristo Buen Viaje. They're quindiceros. Okay. They all are brujos. I don't talk to her godfather no more, and that's our own personal stuff, and I won't bring it up here, but I won't take away the right that, yes, he did initiate her. She is an initiated priestess. That she doesn't practice.
There you go.
That's because she has other Appalachian practices that she has to tend to, because she's done, amazing stuff on her side of the fence with her own practice. So it's hard to practice two things. It's hard to worship God and worship the devil at the same time, So you got to make a choice, right? Some people can juggle it, but also people have to remember that her husband, passed away not so long ago. My condolences to you.
Thank you, Eric.
She had grandkids that were driving her crazy throughout the years.
Facts.
That nobody knows. Every time I spoke to her, it was like, hold up, Eric, I gotta grab this psycho on this side of the fence. Which a lot of people don't know. I know Angela for a very long time. And unfortunately, people are gonna talk nonsense because what they don't know, they don't know. So they need to kind of like stay in their lane, mind their business, especially when it comes to ATRs, when it comes to diasporic practices that they know nothing about, There are things that I speak about on my lives in general, and there are things that I put on pages to kind of like do the spook factor to my enemies because they hate me. And, interesting enough, I'm going to run into one of them in Philly. He wants to have a sit down and talk. So we're going to have a sit down and talk. So it may get to the point where it's either a talk or I punch him in the face. Either or, there's no remorse, no nothing, because I don't take no nonsense. But again, like I tell people, this is not a religion of, crystal dust and things like that. And people talking about drinking corpse water and Look, there are tratados, what we call pacts with spirits, right? That you know the first. Do any of you guys know that where the first maggot or worm comes out of the human body? Does anyone know? It comes out of the eye, and it's called sacampeño. All right, in Palo they call it sacampeño.
Learn something new every day.
The very first worm comes out of the eye. It comes out of the eye, starts coming from the eyes. That's the first thing that starts going. That's the most liquid that is outside of the body that it starts deteriorating fast. That's why people, all of a sudden, they get that glazed look and then their eyes get sunken. If they don't start doing things and stuff to them, they'll start dropping maggots from their eyes. Okay? So the very first maggot that comes out from the eye, right? And within that, there is a certain body, let's call it body butter, right? When the body starts deteriorating and people can make soap out of it, you know that thing right there? There's treaties, there's pacts with that are done to make a person pretty much invisible with that. And it takes a very hard stomach to do those types of things. So I'm discussing things without really discussing them, because if people really knew what goes on beyond Palo and what is there, they would shut their mouth. Because Palo is not unfortunately necromancy. In essence, it's an ancestral venerated understanding that also happens to have elements of dead and carcasses. But the infusion of that universe, we're creating a universe within a universe. And every person lives within a universe, right? Your life is not my life is not yours. Your destiny is your destiny, my destiny is my destiny. Palo tends to create that destiny within the receptacle of the Nganga so that you can move forward in life and have a fulfillment of life or live a bad life. Because again, an Nganga is cause and effect. What you do is what you're going to get. You do good, you'll be good. You do bad, when you start losing your teeth and start having heart problems and your fingers start getting cut off and you lose a limb, don't blame anybody but yourself. Thank God, 23 years, look, 53 years old, I still got all my teeth. A lot of people in my age don't have their teeth. So,
Okay, are you saying that I done some bad shit because I don't?
No, I'm just saying you ate a lot of sugar cane back in the day.
But I don't speak to my tata either. You know this.
Yeah, I know. And it's not bad mouthing him. I just, he knows what he did, and I just leave it alone. I'm not a gossiper. If I got to say something to someone's face, I'll say it to your face. I'm not going to gossip.
And this is what this whole live has been. We're dispelling the middleman bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know Miss Honeybee. I don't know the other Bruja person. I've seen all the drama. People try to utilize my stuff she tried to utilize my stuff to kind of banter her own shit. But if people listen to what I said, they know I didn't have to go back there and reiterate anything. I wasn't going to reiterate anything. Because what I said is what I said, and I stand by what I say. If I have to reiterate and turn back, then I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So
my Grammy got the scars to prove her initiation, unlike others.
Yeah, and I think, hey, Derry, how are you? And I think again, there was just all this confusion and the witch talk trying to come over to Palo and just trying to lay certain enmities that have nothing to do. They don't know. You don't.
But I was scratched in Palo long before I came onto TikTok.
Yeah. You had initiation way before that, and you were already doing your thing in your side of the fence. So
Listen, this makes me laugh. This is what I mean. As an older witch before the internet as well, everyone is shocked by what Eric said. But that is witchcraft, guys. I know what Eric does isn't witchcraft. but that
Yeah.
is also real
Yeah,
witchcraft,
yeah,
right?
it is.
And
It
you
is.
can't talk about it on this app, or people go, "Ooh." Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, no,
That's
no.
what it really is.
Look, my godfather, there was men that were having issues. There's men, a lot of men. Thank God, knock on wood, I'm okay. But there's a lot of men with erectile dysfunction issues, right? They would come to my godfather to resolve that situation. And you know what he would do? I'm gonna say it here, because he would take and feed a goat to the Nganga. After he presented to the guy, feed a goat to the Nganga, and then he would dissect the goat, where he would eliminate his testes and the urethra together with the penile, all right? Like a surgeon, put it in a glass jar, make a concoction that I won't talk about, and then give it to that person. And in 2 days, his erectile dysfunction will go away.
Is that where royal honey came from?
Yeah. You know? And that's,
Listen, the Irish path is actually very similar.
Oh,
Yeah.
similar.
We're actually very similar. Yeah.
and I tell people that people don't understand that. Well, you know, whatever Druidic magic, anything that has to do with nature, it doesn't change. It's just the formula of the culture that changes. So there are different precepts to the same thing.
Right.
The only
Yeah.
thing, you would never see me put a Viking sigil on top of an Nganga, because that would be heresy. That would be taboo on our side. What are we calling? What are we mixing, right? But if I had a Celtic spirit that walked with me, and I had to put something to represent that in the Nganga, guess what? We use bull horns too, and they're charged. So guess what? We would put that on top of the Nganga with an eye, with it charged and everything, and it would be considered what's called an empaka. Simple,
Brings
right?
life.
Yeah. And that's what's fascinating, because all the indigenous and native cultures and practices throughout the world all have the same information, the same practices, the same ways of doing stuff. Do
You
you
know
know?
what's interesting, Chris, is when a Nganga, which is a cauldron, okay, a big cauldron,
Yeah.
is born, you have to have magical wood from different trees placed inside of it.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of the same trees are here in North America. You may find a few things in Great Britain, like, you know, like for instance, or probably in Ireland too. You would find like sycamore. Sycamore is
Not a
one of the,
native, but we have them. Yeah.
Native.
one of those
It was
trees,
brought over.
right? Exactly. Oak is also something that you would find in an Nganga. We call it Palo Ramon. All right. So they're different. The weeping willow is actually the plant called hagüey. And that is like one of the most essential plants that we use. Bay laurel, el laurel, what we call laurel. That is used. It's used all over. It's used in Greece. It's used in Rome. Cypress tree, which every cemetery in the United States has, and people don't understand why it is. Well, I'll give you a little secret why cypress is in every cemetery, because it holds the spirits back from wandering around, because it
yew trees.
a pact, and it has a pact a lot of times with what people would call Lucifer, you know, and we call it Ndoki Yaya. So a lot of people, yeah, you know, there are other and they're used for that reasoning,
They
you know.
have a job.
You know,
The trees have a job.
what was that?
The trees have a job for the cemeteries.
Yes.
They've all got a job. They all have a place, and they all have
Yeah.
a reason for living.
Exactly.
What
And
they
so
say?
even the animals that we use, Cuervo, which is the crow, he's in Doki Yaya. He talks to the dead. He answers the dead. Sunsundamba, the owl, the barn owl,
Yeah.
has a tratado with Kalunga, with the moon and the night. Okay? Gavilan has a tratado with the day, which is the hawk. Mayimbe, which is the vulture, the carrion animal that eats everything, and nobody eats him, but he eats everything. You know, so there are treaties and pacts and the reasonings behind these things. So just like in every lore, there's a lore behind everything, and if people would just take the time to learn and stop
Thank you.
spewing nonsense, maybe they would learn something educational, something that might bring them closer to a practice, you know?
And that's it. Yeah, if they spent more time on learning and actually seeing the practices that are in front of them instead of taking from each and
Yeah.
putting it in their own. Do you know, when you take from each practice and trying to make it your own path, your
Yeah.
path doesn't lead anywhere.
No, no.
One
It's
path is not over another path. What is
no.
difference is the conviction of the practitioner, the
Yeah.
knowledge of the practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What
it.
Yeah, yeah.
what you do
And
with the information.
you know, and a lot of times, you know, people do things for shock value, right? But I've known the most humblest priests to be the most dangerous ones.
That's it. I'm telling you. They shut
The
up.
most
Do you know what I
dangerous
mean?
priests. The
Yeah.
most. I knew my godfather. If you played with him, he would play with you in such a manner. He would take a red handkerchief and he would put it under somebody's seat. And if the person sat there and he had a beef with them, when they got up, it was a done deal. Because people don't realize that we don't think about it, right? And it might sound gross, right? But the human body sweats all the time. Chairs get hot, asses get hot. All of a sudden, you leave an imprint on that chair. You've been sitting there for a minute, and all of a sudden, you get up and he takes that handkerchief and wipes that handkerchief down. He wipes that chair down, and guess what you have? The
DNA.
person's
Bomb
the
ass
person's
tag lock.
the person's sombra, their shadow, because the imprint of the shadow is left everywhere. And that's the worst thing that somebody could do to you. You don't have to blow somebody physically to hurt them. You kill their shadow because that breaks them down.
Thank you.
Yep.
That breaks them down. And that's the beauty and and also the dangerous part of knowing magical properties and know how to deal with people. You know?
Yeah.
And that's the real issue. So, you know, I don't know what's going on and why people feel the need to want to talk, but they need to shut up. You know, they need to shut up and really listen. You know, and that's the problem. They don't listen.
Ego. It's ego. Do you know? Their ego cares more about their practice than they care about their practice, and they care about their ancestors and they care about spirits. Do you know? That's the thing. Once your ego steps forward that
No.
far, you can't pull it back.
Yeah, I think, you know, and you know, I've never been one for criticism, but you know, I've been critiqued and I don't really give a shit because I'm still here.
Right?
And so it makes
Does it
me
on your
laugh.
teeth?
We don't care what you think about us. Can we be any clearer? We'll
I'm not.
recognize it's real.
It's okay. You know, it's okay. You know, yeah, maybe 85% of it might be true. You know, but the other 15%, you're just stretching. You know, you're just stretching just a little bit, and that's
Do
the
you know
15%
what
that
you
they
can
think they
do?
know.
Do you know what you can do with 15% though? Like
Yeah,
15% is quite a lot. Like we can
yeah,
cause some damage with 15%.
yeah. Exactly. So I just, you know. So Grammy, you got your answer, okay?
Well, I knew the answer. I wanted you to share the answer because it's one thing for me to say, one thing, because I'm just the white chick on the panel. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to believe that the white chick got scratched. But, and again, I don't talk about ATRs. You know this, Eric. I
Yeah.
stay in my lane. I don't
Yeah.
practice it. And for them to attack
You
that
got
piece,
critiqued a lot.
bullshit.
I'm gonna say that you got critiqued a lot by even our own brethren, but unfortunately, the problem here was that your godfather didn't open his mouth. That
I
was
know.
it, you know. But that's, again, like I say, that's another issue within itself.
That's another story.
Yeah, you know. And I think for the most part, like I tell people, like my godson, Afro Spiritual, he does readings, right? And I've already confronted a few priests of my own practice, you know. They want to say something, I'll be like, well, I monitor his stuff. I monitor his stuff. He's not showing his face. He's dealing in hoodoo. So he's not doing anything that he wouldn't do normally. So what's the problem? Then they don't have anything to say, because when an elder comes out to talk to the person and say, well, cite me the Odun where it says that the person can't do this, and cite me this where the person can't do that, they can't do it. And then they're like, oh, I guess I should mind my business. Yeah, you probably should mind your fucking business, you know? So,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. But, you know, you guys keep doing what you're doing, you know. You guys do amazing work. I always see Celtic stuff, you know. I always see you, Grammy, even though we don't talk much, you know. I didn't really want to bother you because I knew you were having the situation of mourning your husband and that, you know. And then, you know, every time we're talking, it's always, oh, I'm sick, oh, I'm dying, oh, and you're still, and your foot is not even halfway in the grave, and you've been dead for like the last 5 years, you know. So
I know. I know. I know.
you're gonna outlive all of us, you know. So
Not
just
going anywhere yet. She's not allowed to.
That's how old people talk.
yeah, that's how old people talk. And she ain't
Oh,
that
I annoyed
old.
my
No,
mom.
she's
I
not.
always do that. I'm like, oh, me,
She's not
me,
that
it's only
old.
back there,
She
like,
makes it
Karen,
seem
shut
like
up,
she's
you're the same age as us.
I think the grandkids made her ancient. That's what it is.
Well,
It's
you,
the kids,
well,
actually.
they take it out of you, Eric. I got 2 more now. I got a total of 5 now.
Oh my God. Have fun. Put numbers on them.
I have to.
Put numbers on them
choice.
like you would do like what was that character in Dr. Seuss with all the numbers?
Thing 1, thing 2.
Yeah. Exactly like that. Exactly.
Oh my God.
That'd be classic. You need to buy them shirts like that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get
Well,
off,
I
guys.
appreciate you, Tata. Thank
Oh,
you.
Eric, you're
Have a good
always a
night.
joy to have on
Thank
the
you.
line.
Thank
Always
you. I
a joy.
appreciate it. No, yeah, same here. You guys be well, you know,
That was
and
really interesting. Thank you.
no, you're welcome. And I, you know, again, like I say, I don't know it all, but you know, that's why we have elders to always fact check us, right? When we don't have elders to fact check us, then we can't talk what we don't know, right?
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, you take it easy. I'm probably gonna open up a live in a little while, but definitely talk to you guys later, right?
All
All right,
right.
sweetheart. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Grammy, can we also talk about the fact that Wendy was trying to also speak ill on your jewelry practice?
Oh, yeah.
You're very
She
low,
said that
Miami.
I wasn't a druid because there was no druids.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Yeah, well,
You know what their
Is
problem
that
is over there?
because
Is
of
they
the
think they know
Christians?
everything and they know
Was
nothing.
that was that because of the Christian pastors? Was that the reason?
I don't
I
know.
listen. I could go into a 2-hour dissertation breaking that down second by second of the stupid that she said, but I'm not
No
gonna
point. There's no point,
because
honestly,
there's
Grandma.
there's some level of stupid that you just can't address. And her partner in crime, which with the 2 dogs,
Puppies.
he really believed in druidry at one time until he couldn't pass the test.
Yeah, and he went
Got
around
punked
saying that
out.
I discouraged him. No, he didn't pass his druid test. That's why he's not a druid. Okay?
That's embarrassing.
I'm a witch, I'm not a druid.
Druids go to school to learn how to be a druid. We actually have
Codes of
universal
honors,
coursework.
codes of conduct, the people minding yous, people checking in to make sure what you're doing is correct and kosher.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
know,
Yeah.
you can
And
tell
the
he's not
reason
minding.
why I'm so passionate about this, making sure that we have a safe space to just shoot the shit or talk, is
Right.
All we can do is
because
clean up our corner, Griffin.
here's the
That's all
thing.
we can do.
I would much rather have an in-person community, but because of everything I have going on in my life, I haven't been able to get out back into my community. But with the way the world changed since COVID, things are going more global. We're going more on the internet, to be honest. And so I look at this as a community that I feel responsible for, that I look after, and I'm really sick of what's going on with people that get mad at somebody over TikTok beef, and then sending police to their house or some sort of government agency to try to have their kids removed or have them deported from the country over TikTok beef.
Reporting
That's
people to the IRS for their business.
reporting businesses. And on the
Yes.
other side of that, let's talk about businesses that we give our money to on here in faith, and they take our personal information and then turn around and use that information to not only dox people, but to send that information off to other people to try to cause harm.
I got screenshots of that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very scary and very worrying
Yeah.
because a
Thank you,
lot
Finra.
of people are from vulnerable communities and minority communities, and that is a weapon. Your information is a fucking weapon. Do you know what I mean? So when you're seeing people using it and using it to abuse others,
And
it's very
most of the
concerning.
people that they dox and they do these things to are families. They put their children at risk. They don't realize that some of us are mothers that are being put at risk.
Yeah,
Some of
Gina,
us
that's.
have, actual businesses, but there you go. That's
Oh, there you
Look at that
go.
screenshot. That is
Honey,
Bree Rich
honey.
doxing Punk Rock Witch,
yep.
Honeybee, Papa
Maybe.
Fenwa,
That's this is the dawn.
and
This is
is it Safa
fucking
at the
online.
top?
It's Kurt. It's Christy, which is Kirk's ex-wife.
That is not on.
There's
Like
your
that's
proof, guys.
fucking.
So that's, and there's more. This is just one screenshot of her literally doxing 5 people's information. No, I'm sorry. Me, Christy, Honeybee, and Kirk. So 4 people's information.
So there
That's
there
bad.
are business laws. When you get a business license, you are bound to those business laws, and those business laws, depending on all of the states or where the person resides who's buying the packages, they could also be bound to those laws. It depends on which laws are better, actually. But there are laws that are violated by that. So Gina, I'm definitely going to be in touch with you.
There needs to
Sounds
be
good to
more
me, honey.
because there's companies out there that buy and sell information. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people will probably be looking for social security numbers to go along with that. You know, that's fucking scary behavior.
Wait, she asked for mystics.
That
My
is scary
social
behavior, and
security
that
number.
needs to be reported
Which
and
two
checked
dogs
because that's dangerous, very
Yeah,
dangerous.
which was 2 dogs was going around trying to figure out my social security number and asking others for my social security number.
That's just
Guys, that's
fucking
identity
crazy.
theft material. That's completely fraud. That needs looked into. Like, there's not much I can do from Ireland, but like, please, can someone look into that shit?
Yes, I'm going to put this out there because it's something that I wanted to bring up as well. Kind of ties into this. If you guys have this information, and I can do this. I hesitate with how much I want to say on here because I don't know who's watching. I can be a point of contact. And I have resources to access and information. And by resources, I mean other people that I work with who specialize in these types of things, who are willing to help me with it. And I'm really trying to be very careful with what I say because I don't want to tip anything off.
Don't say too much. Like, don't.
Yeah,
you don't
we
need
can have
to
a private conversation, hon.
So I'll just be a point of contact. I'm going to segue into the other thing I want to say really quick. There are so many people who are coming to light right now, all over different corners of witch talk, occult talk, all of that. Lots and lots and lots of lives like this are being held about, specifically, really,
Predators.
yes, cis het men in the community. I
Mhm.
know it's not all men, but it is all men until no men. I'm going to say it. And I think that it's important that we say as the community, and with these lives that we're having, and we just reiterate to the people in our community, if you have any concerns, if you feel unsafe, if you have any questions, if you want to just fact check something, or you want to just, if you're worried about somebody's behavior, or if something feels off, or if you're worried about how somebody's talking to somebody else, anything, please come forward. To anybody on this panel, I know that everybody on this panel is a safe space. I know that I'm not a big creator, and I do that intentionally. But I am a safe space. If there's anybody who wants somebody neutral to talk to, I really do my best to maintain neutrality. Don't wait to come forward if you're not feeling safe. And please, I'm just gonna say it. Don't go to a man if you're not feeling safe. Please come to one of the women on this panel.
Yeah. And if you see something, say something, like speak out, because
Yes.
nobody needs to put up with this. Nobody needs to put up with this. This is
Mhm.
gone like too far and beyond. Like, not at all. There will be people that can help. But again, a lot of witch talk are witches are vulnerable. They come from vulnerable communities, like all over the world, all globally. Throughout history, they are vulnerable. So what we need to do is stand together and just fucking purge this shit away. That is fucking scary behavior.
Yeah.
None of us need to put up with it.
Yeah. And so Bad Day is here, perfect timing. So we were just talking about Bree Witch, the one that owns the Charming Creek Etsy shop, getting information off her Etsy shop and doxing people and sharing their addresses and phone numbers with other creators for them to be harassed and cause harm. And we know that she did the same thing to you as well. We just unfortunately don't have enough boxes to fill up all the damn screenshots. But if you want a green screen, the proof you have of her doxing you, you certainly can. But if you also just want to talk about it, you can.
All right, I'm catching up. What I would like to know is, okay, so this is out, and so how many people how many people has she done, like, sent this stuff to? Like, I'm starting to get a little concerned about how many people she has done, you know what I'm saying, sent this information to, of all of ours. You know, like, this is getting really out of hand to the point where, you know, there's been a lot of talk of legal talk, but this here, and then of course with what I went through, no, I don't have screenshots or anything that I can share right this minute. I'm trying to get in from eating, but I am just really concerned about, you know, this is the first time I've seen this, as a matter of fact, I think. So I'm just trying to figure out how many people has come forward or that we know about that has this information that's been given to them by this woman like this from her shop. Because this is alarming. This is like a huge red flag. This is a woman who intends to have people harmed. She is a predator, and she will not stop. This is not going to stop. I mean, you see the walking tall bear. We know that's her. All these things. I don't understand. What is it going to take? Something needs to be done. You know, it's getting way out of hand. I'm shocked. I wasn't expecting to see this, actually.
I'm gonna reach out to you directly and talk to you about it.
Okay.
Just because I think you had just walked in and we just don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it publicly.
Okay. That's fine. I'm a little alarmed when I saw that. I was like, what is this? So I had to jump on and ask what was going on because I was not aware. You know what I mean?
And you know, I
Okay,
just want to say that these are people that genuinely appreciated her friendship, that wanted to support her and her small business, that ordered from her shop, that trusted her with their information. And she later like backstabbed the shit out of them over and over again and put them and their children in danger. As Miss Honey said below, she, at this point in time when this was shared, she was a single mother living alone with her 4 young children. And this is not the only screenshot. There are more.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the scary thing. Like, how many more people has she doxed? How much
How many
more?
people have ordered? How many people have ordered from her shop that she has their information sitting there?
I mean, I'll
that
just
she
put
will
it out
use the
there.
same way.
And if there's anybody in the UK that thinks that they've been doxed by her, to get in touch with me, and I'll give them the details of who to report it to. Because we've got data protection regulations over here that cover buying from overseas. People like that, and if they think that they've been doxed by her, then they can come to me and I'll give them the email address to get in touch with the right
Same
people.
as for Ireland. Either come to me or Hex. Do you know that way? We'll have relevant bodies that we can go forward with.
This is why the only TikTok creator I will buy from is Hex. That's because I love you.
And my shit is the best. Let's be honest.
Your shit is the best.
It is the bomb.
You know, Hex's stuff is the best.
But that's the thing. Like when you own a business and you own a shop, you have certain responsibilities. And sharing
nothing. You share nothing belongs to your witch's code, people. Never mind having a shop. It is a witch's code. You do not. You board on the state before.
You don't even talk about your past fucking
before you
spell
talk
work.
about your clients.
Yes.
Do you get
So
me?
to share the information and fucking dox them, do you know, you having a leg to stand on with fucking spirits or ancestors, you are fucked.
It just shows what an absolute shite excuse for a human being she is.
Yep. The only reason why she ever got mad at me was because I caught on to her game. I blocked her before she had a chance to block me because I knew something was wrong. I kept quiet for quite a while because I was dealing with some real life situations. When the book thing came about, I offered what I knew to be truth of what the situation was that I vaguely knew behind the scenes. And ever since then, it has been a whirlwind. You know, for a while, I didn't have much to say about it. And then eventually I started to like clap back, fight back, because I am not one that will take too much of anything from anyone, right or wrong. I am going to say my piece. That's just what I do. But this has continued to the point to where, you know, poor Rob, the information that she was sending to him about my family, I've said this in the last live too, you know, my children, my new grandson, all these things were discussed with Rob, different things about what to do with me. And I wondered to myself, like I said, how many people has she done this with, like discussing me or anyone on this panel or anyone who's ever said something against her? Where does it end? You know, and we don't need loose cannons like that in our community that is going around trying to stir up things to have people harmed magically. And now it's mundanely, because this goes way across the line way across that code that we all talk about. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. These people did not deserve what they have gotten from this woman. These people who have bought things from her do not deserve what has happened to them. You know, it is a very unsafe world that we live in. And this woman makes it even more unsafe with this type of behavior over, and I hate to say this, internet beef that goes too far. You know, it's like it takes over the whole world. You know, it's awful. And these people are not well. They are predators. They have proven it. And it just, people need to really start paying attention and wising up to it so they do not fall victim to this woman, because it's going to happen. It will continue to happen. That is her pattern. She is awful. She's a con artist, flim flammer, whatever you want to call it. This woman is everything and all that, and then nothing, all the same, because she is awful. A parasite. And that's all I'm saying about it, period.
I've just Can I, is it okay? Is Mystic, sorry, Mystic, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Can I share about the message I got?
Which one?
The one from with someone using. Oh, I don't think you'll care anyway. I got a message and it was from Witches with Two Dogs, but he was using the full name of Mystic Miami.
Yes.
Her full real name was on the account.
Yes. When I first created my YouTube, he was coming from his general account, fully doxing my vehicles, fully doxing my address, fully doxing my name, fully doxing all my information, which is how I knew that Bree had provided my information to Witch with Two Dogs, because he was all on his page attacking me and saying all these crazy things that he was trying to look up on me. And he couldn't find anything because I've never been arrested. In reality, besides speeding tickets, you have nothing on me, babe. Nothing.
I didn't even know your full name, and when I sent you, like, because I sent you the message, and because it mentioned your name and Celtic Hex, I've sent it to Celtic, so it mentioned the three of us, and it I didn't even know that was your name. You know what I mean? So like, anybody could have seen that, you know, which is just disgusting.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing 100%. He knew what he was doing.
He was trying to turn me against you guys, basically.
That's what they do in the background. But listen, it's public knowledge that Witch with Two Dogs' name is Chris Slapey Reels and Bree Witches is Brenda Spears, is it?
Yeah.
Public knowledge.
That was her author name was Bree Spears. I mean, it's not like she had some secret name.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, she put her own mugshots out there all over, you know, TikTok, and then tried to spin the narrative and was like, Gina keeps records on everybody. No, I don't, bitch. You're the one that's got records that's sharing them on everybody. Everybody.
There is something else that I've noticed about this too, and I've seen it in the information that we have seen with, you know, all their dirty work and everything that they've done to Rob and whatever, you know, had come out. The normal like thing for them is to say, we don't go looking on your pages. We know this video must be about us. They analyze every single video that anyone makes, even if you say this video is not about anyone in particular, but if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up and wear it, you know. But they are constantly trying to, I don't know, decode, read between the lines, make something out of nothing. They get carried away. They don't understand that, you know, sometimes people kind of have the same thoughts on the same day. We see it a lot with people talking about different spell work, different things that they do. But these people are constantly accusing others of doing the things that they are doing. Anything that they ever say that they are doing, or being stalked, or being watched, or all this weird shit, 9 times out of 10, they are doing the exact same thing, and they cannot seem to understand that other people are simply not interested, do not give a fuck, don't want to deal with it. And that's another sickness. I don't know what you call that, but that is very unwell behavior. Very unwell.
The saddest thing is this, before all the news kind of broke about Bree and all the group and stuff, I went to Brie because I tried to stay mutual. Like I don't talk to everybody, but like I'm friendly with everyone. You know what I mean? Because I don't have problems with anybody on TikTok, but I went to her specifically and I said to her, there has been things brought up about your book and blah blah blah. She denied it, and even when I put the proof up and I did that video which you guys have all seen, and I put the proof of her book and up against the screenshots of the original books and showed like exact proof and put it all on my page. She still denied, and like everyone was telling her, you know what I mean? And this is the ridiculous thing. Like, how much proof do you need, before you see the damage you're causing to people? And this can really affect people's lives and hurt people,
I just want this bitch to leave people the fuck alone and just stay in her lane.
Yeah, something else about that. Jen was saying the new Walking Tall Bear account where she's got a video on each one of us. Every one of those is accusations or facts that her ex-husband said about her, and she's placed them on different ones of us.
That's right. I noticed that. Yeah.
The on mine it says something about getting death certificates and birth certificates in order to collect death benefits. And, that's something her ex-husband said she had done when her brother died.
Yep.
He tried to collect benefits on his child.
Yep.
And there's, and each one of us, she's done that on each one of us. She's put things that she has done on us.
Every
It's
accusation
absolutely
is a confession.
mental.
So it
I
does.
can't send emojis to anybody. Happy birthday, Susie!
I can't either.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I was pretty lucky because I wasn't like real close with Brie. I was more closer with Stormy, but still, like, Well, what I came to realize is that all the crazy stuff she said about me that just blew my mind and stressed me out because I know she had the platform and that there are people believing it, is those are things that she has done herself. It's like we've all been saying all night, total projection, projection, but that's it. Saying I use my job to get information on people, look at this, right here.
Yes.
Where did they get this? Are these phone numbers or are these Social Security numbers?
They're phone numbers.
Okay. All right, because I was freaking the hell
They're
out.
asking for socials too. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have someone's social, their name and address.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm just going to ask, because it's getting late, is there anyone else in the comments that wants to get in the box and address something?
Before anybody else does, I'm going to drop down because I'm up in about 4 hours.
Okay, so yeah,
I will
thank
see you
you.
all soon. So thank you very much, Hex. Love you guys.
The one good thing that has happened is I noticed that her YouTube channel got taken down with a lot of and the saddest thing is she's had all this proof. She's obviously kept everything, screenshots, videos, everything, and some of the videos were absolutely disgusting. Even the video she put up against me was from 4 years ago that someone had put up. And she had access to that video.
That was among sisters kept them.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, to put that up 4 years later, that's 6
After
years divorce,
everything
actually
was
6
sorted,
now.
she was trying to bring up all problems. We've been through it all. I'm very public. And if anyone needed an apology off me or anything like that, they got it. Do you know what I mean? And I'll own it. I'm accountable for my actions. And then some people are just mad because what I say about them I mean, and they're not getting an apology. And I also stand 10 toes down in that.
Yeah, and she also waits for the opportunity. If she sees that you're having a problem that has nothing to do with her and it's another creator, she makes a special point to go around and try to give them information, anything they can on someone that she has targeted, someone that she hates. You know, it just depends on what's the greater value. She might not like the two creators that are not getting, you know, along at that particular point or whatever, but she is desperately trying to find a way in through a mutual or someone that may be able to get the other person that she decides that that's the bigger target for the week, information about the other one, you know? And that's another thing that we simply do not need. We don't need to be doing that with each other, you know, or to each other, I should say, or anything like that. But that is exactly what she does. And I've noticed that this last go round with some of the stuff that happened. That was none of her business. None of the stuff that had happened was none of her freaking business. And there she was, lurking in the shadows. But the stupid thing was she'd already done awful things to these people that, you know, kind of had a little bit of a difference of opinion of, you know, I did. So I didn't understand what she was trying to go out of her way, you know?
Absolutely. But Tears, do you want to talk? Sorry.
Yeah, but I just wanted to wait. I didn't actually think I'd have anything to say because I stay as neutral as possible. But being here throughout this whole live, my stomach welled up and I actually had words that needed to come out. Honeybee and was it Radiohead Twins? If you're still here, I actually wanted to talk about something. See, I chose to paint Raven, but I have no beef or quarrel with anyone. Like, legitimately, my path at 40 is above it. Stay classy, stay on my road. So I really don't want you to have like any kind of negativity with me or you, but Radiohead Twins, I blocked you and I want to talk about that.
Radiohead Twins, are you here?
Want to talk about that. If he's still here, if someone could relay it to them. See, I do not like it when people bring things to my comments. I just usually delete them. And that's fine. I don't put any emotional attachment into negativity. I'll just delete them. But something was brought into my comments to try to put Raven down. I appreciate hearing the side of the story, but what I do not appreciate was the Stevie Nicks comparison. See, I'm actually the child of a 1970s rock star. And I do not want to hear someone talk about how Stevie Nicks treated her children. It is not okay. People don't need to know that about me. So people shouldn't expect that it's okay to talk to like that to a stranger. That's it. I wanted to put it out that I have no beef with anyone.
Your page is your boundary. Don't bring the drama to your page.
Yeah. It's a tea garden. Come.
Otherwise, it's kumbaya.
I understand. I was in your situation at one point and blocked a lot of people to keep that exact identical drama off my page. And then I was used and lied on and set up and framed. And, you know, now I'm starting to get why the drama was being sent to my page because they were actually trying to rescue me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I love conversations and I will take, what's the DMs? Is that what the kids are calling it now?
That's what the kids are calling it.
I'll take them. I absolutely don't mind. And I love these lives. I'm coming to them because this is a great place to get both sides of the story. And I love a good story.
And I'll be honest, I don't care if who didn't raise their kids or did raise their kids. If they knew that they weren't going to be a good mom and somebody else would do better, that's their business. I was worried about the way that I was treated as a friend, and I, you know, would prefer not to talk to you about that because I know it would be awkward and uncomfortable for you. And I, in no way, shape, or form, would ever try to drag you into my beliefs and my experience with it, unless I thought you were in grave danger. That's it.
Right. And at
You're
this
a big
point,
girl. You make your own decisions and learn the hard way, just like I did.
At this point, my father passed away last year, so, you know, living as the child of a musician no longer can hurt me. But I just didn't appreciate that angle, that way it came at me, and that's why I actually blocked Radiohead Twins. It wasn't anything personal. It was just I had a reaction, and I felt like I needed to just protect myself because
We are all about that block button.
Yeah,
and I could make
You're
a whole TikTok page about what it's like to grow up in a musician's child.
yeah, it'd be so difficult. Like, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine at all. It'd be
I'm
so
gonna try to
difficult.
guess who your dad is now.
I'll tell you, he was
Tell
the
me.
original bassist for Eddie and the Subtitles.
Oh, no
He wrote
shit.
the bass line for American Society.
Oh, look at you. Bragging rights.
Bragging rights. And you know what? I earned those. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, man. I know it.
Yeah,
Well,
but that,
listen, we never judge anyone on blocking or anything like that, and I think it's admirable that you're explaining to her why you blocked her. Do you know what I mean? But like, I don't think anybody, if someone got up here to pull someone on blocking them, like I'd let them answer, and if they kept going on about it, very much like that other girl, Jessica, we'd be like, listen, that's their boundary, and you have to respect that. Your block
it's your
is
page.
your boundary, and people must respect that. You know what I mean?
Safe
The same way if
place.
someone blocked you, that's their boundary, and you have to respect that. That's what the block button is there for.
I
You
think at
know?
the end of the day too, like it's kind of sad when you think about it because like you don't know what other people are going like you never really truly know what's going on in someone's lives. Yeah, you see 60-second videos or whatever on TikTok, but you never actually know what's going on in someone's life and this stuff is really serious and it affects people's mental health and at the end of the day one day something serious is going to happen and you know
I could talk about those one day something serious is going to happen because I've crawled out of that pit.
well I have too
Yeah.
and Witch Talk did it.
You know
I love
what?
how
Best
yeah.
advice I can give anyone, if it makes you cringe, that's the advice you needed. Listen to it.
Yeah.
It's going to save you one day.
It
But
saves
yeah,
you sometimes. The cringiness saves you. Do you know what I mean? From falling down. So you gotta pay attention to it. Do you know, it's not just your gut feeling. When you have a whole body reaction, that's when you gotta pay attention. Do you know? If you keep letting it go, you're going to end up in a terrible place.
yeah.
But yeah.
So I just wanted
Well,
to
your painting
get
of Raven was beautiful.
I'm sorry?
Your painting of Raven was beautiful.
Thank you. And
You
yeah,
know?
that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Who I am called to paint. It could be someone we all love or someone we all hate. I might wake up tomorrow and paint Bree.
Oh God.
No.
I actually will block your ass. If you do that, unless it's fucking hilarious.
Because
It's got to be out of a
as an
comedy.
artist, right, I
If it's not a zombie
understand.
version of Miss Piggy, I'm not forgiving you.
Do you know the magic that goes behind the paintings though? That's the thing. Because a lot of us will use our craft in our practice. Do you know it?
That's
So
what
you
I
could be the
teach.
most beautiful painting,
That was
but
a
the
joke.
most beautiful working. That's it. See?
Like
I cannot wait to see Gina's painting. I cannot wait.
Gina, watch now. You don't know what it is.
I'm doing a lot of painting off camera because sometimes it helps when I'm getting this close to it.
Beautiful. You're so talented. So you are absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's a lovely thing you're doing for the witch community
Flattered,
as well.
absolutely.
You know?
Oh, you know, I
Positive
can't
thing.
let witches use AI. That's the enemy.
The thing is too, I'm a crafter, like I do crafting myself, and I like it's very therapeutic. You know what I mean? You do. It is like just sitting there and kind of being by yourself and you know getting into it and stuff like that. Yeah,
This is my sanctuary.
exactly. I love my craft room.
I have to get AC in here. But yeah, so who I'm called to paint, I hope that doesn't offend people. I don't want to explain why I painted Raven, or, I mean, I've explained why I'm painting Gina, but I don't have to. I don't.
Exactly. You know, you're called to paint who you're called to paint, and you paint who what you need to, because it's your gift, it's your art, it's your craft.
And as a bard, if there's a message there, I have to
Exactly.
give it life.
Exactly. Like, you can't deny it as well. You can't deny your gift, and that's the most important part of it.
Right.
So it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm flattered. I'm completely flattered.
Thank you.
And appreciative.
But I'm here for the community too, and you know, I'm not just here showing off pretty pictures of you guys. I'm just want that clear. Don't bring the drama to the art videos or anything like that. Proper channels. This is a great proper channel. This would be a wonderful monthly event if we all just had the Witches Summit and we hashed out our beef.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Listen, we were only doing one. It ended up needing two. And I turned into three because everyone was telling me I shouldn't be doing it. So my fucking defiant ass was like, we're doing another one.
You see how we understand you?
There could be
I'm Irish. Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
I was going to start
Right?
up the
That's
Witch
just a
Talk
challenge.
Lives, the Witch Talk Lives again, and I talked to Derek about it actually the other day, that I was going to have a group of witches on, just generally talking about witchy topics, not drama topics. Like, you can talk about witch talk and stuff, but like more about your craft, not about drama. And I thought bring a whole bunch and have like a whole group of people, instead of having a one-on-one live interview like I was doing at one stage, like having a whole bunch of people and doing it like that. So then people in the comments can also ask questions and things like that, and you know.
Funny you said that, because that's the kind of what we're working on in the background too. So it is.
Oh,
So
okay.
it would be really good for us all to jump on board and to get it all. You know,
And
for
we
the
will all
community.
support each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with my live on Mondays. Come in and talk witchy stuff in the tea garden.
Yes, absolutely. Be
Trade
awesome.
spells or recipes or hairstyles.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right, Vale Walker, that's exactly it. We're best just being straight, I think, all round. That's what these lives are for. Do you know what I mean? And
Also,
as we said, to remove the middlemen that store that pot so badly. Look at this live tonight. How much peace came between people tonight on this live. Every time we hold it, so many people either apologize to each other, start following each other, or go, right, I leave you alone, you leave me
That's
alone.
right.
And an awful lot of people as well that have felt oppressed and that had no voice to get to speak up to their peers and get it off their chest and, you know, let us know what's going on with them. That's what it's about, you know?
Exactly. And you know what? Some people probably got blocked. Some people probably got removed as a follower. Somebody's probably going to make a nasty ass video tomorrow about their opinion on it and how fucking toxic it is. But you can't please everybody. And like I said in one of my videos, you could have the most amazing product that you were selling, right? There's always going to be at least one bad review. Always.
And we don't care.
I don't care. So I'm not here
We
to,
don't
I'm
care
not here to
either.
get a large following. I don't care about a large following. I don't give a shit about that. I'm growing my account organically. Otherwise, I would have spent money on 25K at this point. Come on.
I keep mine's at 1916.
I want quality, not quantity.
That's right.
That's the video they made of me today, was saying I was a little fish in a big pond because I only have 1,100 followers.
Oh my god. Who said that?
Reasons.
They put that on the walking. They put that on the Walking Tall Bear account.
That is how petty that bitch is. But you know
I
what?
know.
Her following is she bought 22,000 of her followers. You can go look at her following list. Most of them have a video
that was made in April of 2021 with one fucking video. Just random ass people. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, like thousands of people followed her in April with one video in 2021. So she needs to shut the fuck up.
I know.
Well,
If
listen,
you're a little
you
fish
might
on
have,
that
you might have as
7,000,
many
so
followers as her, but you're liked more than her. So, you know, there's that.
exactly. I don't care.
Your jokes
Yes.
are way funnier.
Thanks.
Way funnier.
made
When I get
video
tagged in one of your videos, I get excited.
Go.
And you haven't talked to anyone. There's also that.
Yeah,
Right.
there's that.
If you go look
You
at
know.
the video she made of me, I made video comment responses to her because Mystic Miami made a comment to me. So I made a video response comment to her, and I'm just like living my best life because what have you
No,
got to
I blocked
say?
it.
Exactly.
I blocked that account because I just
You
don't
did?
have time. No, I blocked Walking Tall Bear because I'm not going over to look at that toxicity.
No, of course not. I think you can see my video though off my profile.
Mm.
What were you saying, Mystic?
I said I love commenting on my haters' accounts. I don't understand why they block me. I love commenting. I show
Yo,
support.
troll the troll.
I'm struggling to understand why they ever have enough courage to unblock your ass.
Puppy, can you please unblock me? Puppy, unblock me. I hate not being able to comment on my own videos you make about
What
me.
do you
Unblock me.
call that truth place? It's social truth or something, or social fault, where you can go and see who's bought all the bots, who's bought all the bot likes, who's bought all the bot followers. Like, it's free to use, and you can see quite a lot of people has bought all the bots, so you can.
What? I want to see that.
Yes, it's hold on, what is it called? Hold on, I'll go find what it's called. But yeah, you just type in the name.
Oh, she went silent because she's gone onto the internet to get the name of it.
And she's probably still talking because she thinks you can still hear her. Because
Yeah.
she can still hear you. Right?
That's what Paige, that is always when you can do the most informative TikTok. Nobody sees. Then you do when you're running around in your pajamas and it goes viral. Do you know what I mean? Always the way. So does anybody else have that they want to talk about?
I was just gonna ask what color jar I should put somebody in.
Oh.
Depends on who you're putting in the jar and why.
Oh, you know, I actually follow that witch's pyramid where you honor secrecy in the first corner.
Okay, I'm on my business. I'm on my business.
Just everyone knows anyway.
Except those we don't know.
Day 6 of the big spell. Day 7's gonna be fun.
Oh.
Guys,
But
I
anyway,
can't
I'm gonna hop
find it now,
down.
but Grammy showed me it, so we'll figure it out. She'll tell me it again, and then I'll tell you again. But yeah.
You know, the fact that you were
Where's
born in
Grammy?
an
She
era
knows.
where we actually had to use maps at one point scares the shit out of me.
How the fuck did I get about?
Everybody
I had
knows
a
how to
break.
read
It's
them,
fine.
bro. Grab the Thomas guide.
How do I get
Okay. Good life, guys. A lot. We did a lot. A lot of peace was brought. And I think we did very well. But it's getting late here now. I'm getting tired. So I'm going to leave it now.
Sweet
And
dreams.
we will all have fun tomorrow.
Fun. Yay.
Watching TikTok break over our lives.
Thank
I live
you.
for it. I live for it. Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop
Wait to see
recording
what
now,
we done
haters.
wrong.